What's up, everybody? Welcome back to D-Train Games and the Hunter Call of the Wild. Today we are continuing with the Jaguar grind. I do finally have a method that is working for me. It is a time-consuming method, requires a lot of running, but I find it fun. I have also decided that once we get this Great One Jaguar, this will be a one and done for me. So we are going to get one Great One Jaguar, and then at that point I'm going to leave that as a free roaming animal. I'm probably going to move on and actually do whitetail on Peru, because whitetail looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. But I did want at least one Great One Jaguar to take home with me. So we are going to get a Jaguar, and then I might set up later for the whitetail grind. Hope you guys are excited for that. I know I am. Hopefully I get some good rares along the way. And like I said, we have a good trophy montage coming out to you guys tonight. So as soon as this stream ends, I will be publishing it, getting it ready, and then it should launch within a couple of hours after the stream concludes. What's up, Zira? You're at work right now? I hear that. You usually are at work by the times I call you. Or not by the times I call you, but whenever you try to make it to the stream, rather. Hopefully your day at work's going well. So, my method, in case you guys are wondering, is basically just to check the shoreline first, and then shoot whatever I can find on the shoreline, and then if it runs out of time at night, I will then reset time, and then I do all my ponds. So, I basically do a zigzag throughout the night. One night I'll just do straight down the river. The next night I might do some of the river while jumping over to the ponds until I've checked all my zones. I don't normally hunt the creek because I'm not a very big fan of the creek hunt at night, but I do check that one very seldomly. Let me refresh my stream real quick. There we go. You got lots of interesting people today. My wife right now. My wife is working at her she works at a bank, and yeah, she's had a lot of interesting ones today too. She's been very, very busy. Only time I've heard from her today was on her lunch, so she's got a lot of customers today too. All right, now I know that I have a male jag that's on around this corner. I don't think that my tent is too close, but if it is, I might have to readjust. But I do have a male jaguar that is right there, actually. And there's our first jag of the hunt. Now, guys, we should see a lot more jaguars hitting the ground this stream compared to last stream. Again, I have figured out a method that really does work and gives me consistent respawns, but it does require me to run around the map quite often. A lot of my jaguars on my map are actually not on the main river. A lot of them actually love these ponds. And they'll kind of bounce between the ponds and then only come to the river every so often. However, the river is my favorite area to hunt. So basically what I like doing is I'll do one night where I'm just going straight down the river. And then I'll do the next night where I'm kind of zigzagging. So the next night I'll start up here at the top, and then I'll do all these ponds, come back down here, bounce to this pond, come back down there, bounce to this pond, and reset time if need be, and then finish out the run. So that is kind of my method. Again, it requires a lot of movement, but it has been working for me. Like I said, last time you guys saw me, I maybe killed about 16 in 2 hours. I went from that to killing about 14 to 15 jaguars an hour. So it does help me quite a bit. And like I said, we're at 94 kills right now, so it's only 6 more kills away from 100. So yeah, hopefully the Great One Jag will come to us quickly. Now that could have been on its own. That may not have been my jaguar that's around this corner, so I am going to still go around this corner and check. Because sometimes I do get a jaguar right there. I didn't see it because it wasn't in render a minute ago, but it could have been this one over here on this point. We'll go check. Also, guys, if you do enjoy today's stream, as always, make sure you guys let me know that by hitting the like button and subscribe for me. We have a 700 subscriber goal right now, and we're also trying to grow the channel, and hitting the like button helps people find the channel. Oh, come on, man. Can I not spot that thing? I was going to try to hit it with 375. Dude, this Jaguar has been so hard to sneak up on. Every time I come over here, the wind is either not in our favor, or he chooses not to attack us for some reason. Like, if we can get him to attack us, I think I know a place where I can get him before he gets us. But this Jaguar has been a tough one. Every time I come around here, he spooks. And again, you can see that the wind is not in our favor, so... yeah, he's been a rough one. Alright. We'll let him go for now. We'll try to come back here later and see if he's here again. There's no sneaking up on him. I mean, he's in a terrible location. And for anybody wondering right now, Zero has been the only person in chat so far. Hopefully we get more people come in today. But if you guys do hear me kind of go quiet for a little bit, that is probably because there's nobody currently in chat. The Jaguar Grind isn't a very, like, for a lot of people streaming, it seems that the Jaguar Grind isn't very interesting to watch, and I understand why. It does require a lot of running and looking. But I really do enjoy this grind. I think it's a lot of fun. However, I do understand the drag, and that's the reason why I'm only going to get one. After I get the one Jaguar, I will be done with the Great One Grind. I'll still hunt them free roaming, so who knows? I could get a second one while free roaming, but I'm not going to grind for them anymore after this. I do love the grind enough to get one. I don't love it enough to get two. Plus, I really do want to start working on whitetail. I think the whitetail on this map is very, very good. Also, I'm also debating on putting a poll up on the channel. So, guys, make sure you guys keep an eye on my post section tonight. I'm probably going to put up a poll and let you guys decide if you want to see the Jaguar Grind live or not, because I know that a lot of you guys get bored watching this grind where I'm having to do a lot of running. So, if you guys would rather me do other grinds live and then let you then shoot the Great One Jaguar when it shows I'm live, then I will. Again, I will not shoot this unless I'm live streaming. But if you guys would rather me just do it on my own time and then stream it whenever it comes, I can do it that way too. Because I am grinding these every single day. Like, even off stream, I've been grinding these, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. But, like I said, a lot of my Jaguars tend to like the ponds. It's just that I love the river, and I wish that they would come to the river. So, I always do one run like I'm doing now. I'll always start my grind by doing just the river alone. And then any free time I have, I'll start bouncing to the ponds. That guy is giving us 2 diamonds, in case you guys are wondering. I have 2 diamond tapir, and they were both that guy. Don't know why exactly, but that tapir over there just loves to come back as a legendary, which is fine with me. But it would be nice to get a few rares. But I have tweaked my setup a lot. As you guys can tell, I really do have a setup that's working well now. I just do it a lot differently than other people. But this setup does, in fact, work. Again, it's just a low population, so you can't expect to kill at every single spot. You will find Jags, but you just you gotta keep bouncing. There we go. There's the Jaguar. Is he facing us, or is he? No, I think he's looking away, isn't he? Alrighty. Hush. Well, I can't get a beat on him. There he is. Mila, hush. Guys, ignore my dog in the background. She heard a noise and it's freaking her out. Mila, get in here. Get in here, baby. Mimi. Hang on, guys. I'm going to mute myself just for a minute. Sorry about that, guys. She was really tore up by whatever that was that she heard. But we're good. She was asleep and she heard a noise and it scared her. The poor thing. Hopefully this guy didn't float. I don't think he did. They usually take off towards the woods. Yeah, there he is. Mela, start the day with. Not too bad. Melon isn't charcoal. Such a pretty cat. I'll take that. 95 kills now. Now I just gotta peek around the corner, make sure there's no Jags down the way here. Sometimes they end up like back here, but as you guys can tell, they get spook easy if that happens. We're gonna fast travel to the next tent. Nothing out there on the bank, it doesn't look like. So we ain't gonna worry about jumping in the tripod. We'll just keep moving. Also, guys, in case any of you guys are wondering, and just to make conversation as well, in case you guys are wondering what's going on with the other grinds, I'm just really wanting to get this Jaguar as quick as possible because, like I said, I'm only wanting one. So I'm just going to focus Jaguars this week. The other grinds will return next week, whether we get the Great One this week or not. And I will be grinding these Jaguars every night, even off stream. So, like I said, as soon as he shows, we will be taking him on stream. I will not shoot him when we're not live. Okay, no Jaguar there. Keep on moving. But yeah, I think you guys are gonna really like the montage tonight. The montage of all the trophies. There is some trophies that we got during stream, but there's a lot of trophies in that montage that you guys have not seen me shoot yet. Like I said, it's a mixture of commentary and no commentary because some of the time I was hunting whenever my family was asleep, so obviously I couldn't have them hear me. So I had to had my mic on mute. But a lot of them do have commentary. But I think that the ones that have commentary we were live streaming. So you guys have seen a few of the trophies if you were here for those streams, but a lot of them you probably haven't seen at all. Hi. Level 6. That was interesting. Got a Jag out here. But yeah, this is what the Jaguar Grind is, guys. If any of you guys are wondering like how to do the grind, it is just like this. It doesn't matter what your setup is. It's pretty much just run and check, run and check, run and check. Like I said, whenever I get to my pawns, we will see a lot more Jaguars. They really like the pawns on my map. So I'm sure that we're going to run into several of them. It seems to me that on my map, the pawns that they favor is this one over here. They love that pawn. They will come to this one every so often, but it's kind of rare. But it seems like all of these pawns, like all three of these, this one here, and then these down in here, are where most of my Jags I'm able to find them at. And I also do find them over on these three sometimes. But to me, it does seem like that my Jaguars, they just really, really love those particular 5 pawns. I do have rare Jaguars. If you guys are wondering, I do have a rare that you guys have not seen. Unfortunately, it was a female, but like I said, I do not have a rare male just yet. The only males that I have is the melanistic ones, which obviously aren't rare, but those are like the only special tigers I've got. There's a level 7. There's a Jag. It always makes me so happy when you finally find that Jaguar. There's so few of them when you're looking for them, and then whenever you do find them, oh goodness, it makes you feel so good. Because it's like, finally, I get to shoot something. 96. I would love to see that Fabled, though. I ain't gonna lie, I would love to see the game show me a Fabled. Wrong demand. Was that a caiman that went in the water right there? I saw something go in the water. No, it's tapir. Just a male, so I ain't gonna worry about shooting him. The females are what makes diamond, as far as I know, so we're just gonna leave all the males, especially level 4. I don't know if the level 4 males will affect the females any, but that's good. That's a good HM animal either way. Dick, where we going? I can't find the start of his blood trail, and you're gonna get stuck in a tree. That figures. Threat nearby. Let me guess. Caiman. There he is. He didn't even move anywhere. Nice little rosetted. We got a caiman after us. Speaking of caiman, when you guys look at the montage later, the caiman is my favorite trophy in the entire montage. It came up at me just like this one did right then, and you guys would not believe what it is. Ow. It bit my butt cheeks. Ouch. Nothing on the point. No caimans worth shooting. Like I said, I do HM my caimans, guys. In case you're wondering, that's the reason why I don't shoot everything. Is because I only shoot caimans if they're level 6s and above. So I am herd managing my caimans because I do love them and I do want to get more diamonds. I think I have two diamonds and 1 troll so far. And 1 rare. Which, like I said, that one is coming in the montage tonight. And I did not see him prior to the attack. It literally just came out of the water to attack me. And it was a rare caiman. So, I was very happy with that. Oh, I did not mean to go here, shoot. If there's anything here, I'm going to spook it. Unless it decides to attack me instead. Okay, there isn't anything here, thankfully. Yeah, sometimes I'll get Jags down here in this little bend. And I meant to go up here to the house and then run down here. And then I have that tent there for a claiming tent. Because after I shoot it, it's usually about 200 to 300 yards away. And I'll just save time. Alright, let's go check out this coastline. Actually, I don't think I have to run this anymore. Yeah, I can actually go over here and shoot it from the other side if there's a jag on that side. As you guys saw in the last stream, I had a hard time figuring out this location. There we go. But I did, as you guys can see, figure out how to do this place. It should be a dead yeah, I keep wanting to say Cayman. Should be a dead jag. Alright, we'll go track him in a minute. I don't see anything else. Alrighty. All we gotta do now is go to these other two tents and check these on the shorelines, and then if there's nothing here, we'll go track that jag. Anything out here? Nothing there. Now he's got to run around this corner and look at this next point. Let me see what time it is. So it's 23:17. So what I will do is that after we finish this run, I will go back up to the top, try to find that jaguar that spooked, and see if he's still there. If he's not, if I spook him again, or if he's not there, we then run to the ponds until it's midnight. When it's midnight, I'll then reset time. We will continue whatever pond I left off with. Ooh, mythical. You're getting shot. You know, I was hoping I'd get the brain shot there, and apparently I did not. That should get him, though. Yeah, we got him that time. I don't think there was any jaguars over here, though. I haven't had any over there in a while. This guy is dead right there. Beautiful mythical Cayman. I haven't seen a legendary in a while, but we should get one before too long. 23:15. Yeah. I think it's 23:19, isn't it? From Monsters Inc. I'm pretty sure it's 23:19 is the reference. 23:19! 23:19! Yeah, I don't think it's 15. I think it's 19. I could be wrong. Alright, that's 97. Now it's time to check the ponds. And like I said, this is where you'll see most of my jaguars. We should run into several jaguars while looking at these ponds. Again, it's the lower ponds that we'll see the majority of them on. I always check all of my ponds up at the top, but I've only got like a couple that go to those ponds. So I'm only expecting to see maybe 2 or 3, if that. And then the bottom ponds, I should see several. Oh, I don't want to reset time. That is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to come up here and get my 4-wheeler, because we gotta go check the jag that we shot. We do have a mythical jaguar that needs our attention down there. Also, another weird thing about this, why do they put the 4-wheeler down there on the bank instead of like up here? It doesn't make sense to me. There's clearly a road right here, but they want to put the 4-wheeler like down here on the beach. I don't know, I just never understood that. Threat nearby, well that's okay. I am not after that threat right now. You don't remember exactly? Yeah, I think it's 23:19, if I'm not mistaken. I've watched that movie so many times, although it has been like at least a year or two since I've seen it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 23:19. That sounds right off the tongue, at least. And I'm pretty decent at quoting movies and stuff in most cases. I mean, you could always Google it and then we can figure out what it was. I ain't that interested in it, but you never know. Where's the blood trail at, Duke? I passed it up. Man, I passed it up by a mile. No wonder why I didn't see the blood. I thought it was on down. Thank you, Duke. I shouldn't need you now. What's up, Richard? 23:19, you heard that too? Yeah, I was pretty sure it was 23:19. Yeah, that sounds, I was pretty sure that's what it was. There we go, nice little spot of mythical. Alright, we got 31 minutes, so I think what we're going to do with that is we're going to go back up here, and we're going to try to see if we can sneak up on that jag again. Again, the way the wind is blowing, I don't know how hard it's going to be, or if he's even going to be here. But, either way, welcome to the stream, Richard. Hope you've been doing well, man. Good to have you. We are 3 kills away from 100. And we've got one jaguar that we've got to try to get real quick. I'm going to put some Scent Eliminator on and see if that helps. I don't even know if he's in his location now because we did spook him earlier. So he may not even be there. But I really need to kill this guy because he's in a terrible location. He's in one of those locations where it's like, I either have to reposition my tent, which I'm thinking I might have to do that anyways. But I would hate to because where I'm currently at, it makes it easy to get up here. And plus, I don't think I can lay... I think I only have one tent that I can lay down now. And I like keeping that one on me just in case I need my four-wheeler in a place that I can't access it easily. Let me refresh my stream, guys. Once again, my chat is being weird. It's not wanting to work correctly. There we go. This heat is doing me in. I hear you, man. Yeah, it's hot, buddy. And today, there's like rain showers and storms that are blowing throughout the day, so it's going to be humid as it can be. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, the weather's been rough. That's for sure, Richard. Yeah, weather's been real rough. Oh, man. Alright, are you here? He is not here, so unfortunately I don't think he's going to be making a return to this location. He's like right on this point, if I remember correctly. Wait a minute, is that him? Threat? Come on, give me a Jaguar growl. Give me a Jaguar growl. Don't be a Cayman. Don't be a Cayman. I really need to shoot this guy to get him off this point, because he's in a terrible, terrible spot. I have not been able to shoot him yet. Because every time I come over here to try to shoot him, he spooks. I've been wanting him to attack me for so long, but it's like he'd rather just run. He's a scaredy cat rather than a mean cat. Yeah, like his zone is like right in here somewhere. Yeah, I would have already seen him by now. He's not on this point. Crap. Alrighty. Well, with that, let's go start checking our pawns. We should still have about 15 minutes after midnight for us to check the zones. Usually the Jaguars like to stay a few minutes after in most cases. Have you guys noticed just how like scary these Jags can be, man? Like other animals in the game, like wolves and stuff that also attack you, you can lay down a tent and they'll run away immediately. Or if they don't run away, you can run into your tent and they'll run at that point. These Jaguars, you can fire guns at them, and that could even trigger them to attack you, or they'll just sit there and keep stalking you like they don't care. Like, there is no spooking them away. I have noticed that the only way to really spook a Jaguar is to pull out your gun and just stare at him with your scope. That's like the only way I've been able to get Jaguars to run away, and even that doesn't work all the time. But if you just sit there and dead stare them through your binoculars just through your gun, sometimes you can get them to go into a flee state. But a lot of times they'll just hang right with you until they can attack you, or until they time out. So they really are a really cool and scary animal when they want to be. Also, guys, do not forget, I will say this throughout the stream today, there is a montage video releasing after today's stream. I wanted to give us one more stream in case the Great One or in case the Rare showed up. So, we will have a montage from all my trophies I got last week, plus whatever we get today. And, I think that it's like a 5-minute video, and I think there's several trophies in that video. I don't know how many exactly, but I know there's several. We should have a female here. What is up? Okay, I know for a fact that we have Jaguars. Oh, wait, there it was. Hang on. There she is. Okay, so there's our female. She's just kind of hanging out. We do not have a male here right now, so unfortunately we do not have a male spawn. Which, I'm thinking that's him down here. I'm thinking that the one that's always at this pawn is the one that's down here on this bank. We might have enough time to reach this top point. Like I said, the next time we reset time, it will be a pond jumping on my section, so we'll be checking the river, going to the ponds. Checking the river, going to the ponds. So that's kind of how I do my thing. I'll do one straight run, just nothing but the river, and then my next run is ponds and river. Yeah, I know. Don't attack me, honey. You're not on my list. You just stay back there. You have nothing to do with me, I'll have nothing to do with you. Oh, stuck on a rock. But like I said, guys, my method is slow. It does work. I'm nearly, like I said, I'm 97 kills in, so I usually do kill about 12 to 16 per hour. Now, like I said, on the river runs, for whatever reason, my tigers like the ponds a lot more than the river. So we have a higher chance of finding jaguars when I'm checking the ponds. But they like the lower ponds. Like I usually have like 3 or 4 male jags on a pond. Like I don't know what it is, but like almost every run that I do, whenever I get down to the lower part of my map, those ponds down there usually hold at least 2 to 3 jags on them. Like they just love my ponds. I don't know why. Sadly, you can't really put a tent on those though without spooking animals or without getting immediately attacked, because the jungle is so thick that you can't just put a tent anywhere. So I decided just to put all my tents on the main river, and then I'll just come from the river to the ponds, because they're all about 300 to 400 meters away anyways. So they're pretty approachable by foot. Just takes a little bit of time. Oh gosh, Zira. There's always people like that. Yeah, my wife has some. I think that she said they keep it in like 60 something during the summer. So she said that there's like always employees that bring like sweaters and stuff to wear, and they are allowed to change the thermostat, but they have one particular person who like burns up if you put it too hot, and they like it being like the high 60s. So we usually keep our house at about 70. So it's about 3 degrees cooler in there where my wife works, and she's obviously not used to that. So yeah, there's always that one person that freezes if you have it too low, and burns up if you have it just slightly too high. It can be annoying, but it's just part of life, sadly. Alright, do we have a jag up here? I'm not usually worried about running headlong into the ponds, by the way, guys. If they attack us, then we know what's here, so. I've only had 1 jaguar here. The whole time, I've only ever had 1 jaguar here. Alright, it is now midnight, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to leave this from this pond. We're going to go down here, we're going to rest. And then what I do from here is I zigzag. So, I'm not going to check that top pond, because we already checked it. Well, I might actually. I might go back to that pond, because we did shoot a jaguar off the coast. So yeah, we probably will need to check all 3 ponds again. But basically now that after I reset time, we're gonna go here, check this place, zoom up here, try to get that jaguar if we can. We're gonna recheck all 3 of these, and then from there I'll bounce down here. I'll check my zones down here, come back up to this pond, bounce down again, check these, bounce up to this pond, and I'll do that all the way down until I've checked all the ponds. So that is my method, guys. 1 run of the entire river, 1 run of bouncing back and forth. And the bouncing back and forth is where I find most of my trophies. Like I said, we should find jaguars this run, especially down towards the bottom of the map. I usually have about 3 to 4 jaguars if I'm lucky on the river, and then I'll have the rest of my 10 to 11 will be on the ponds. So we should find some more trophies this time around. I still have the 375 on me, but I've been needing to switch to my bow, because I do have a challenge, as you guys can see right there, and it's harvest any animal at night ethically with a bow, and that'd be very easy with a caiman. So, because they'll come out of the water, and I can just pop them with a bow when they come out. So I've been meaning to change from my rifle, but every so often you get that one trophy that's not going to come into bow range, and it's nice to have the rifle to take it out with. So, because even though the 308 will get the job done, I just don't trust it to penetrate the water as well as I do the 375. The 375 will give you a little bit more range through the water to be able to hit your targets. So, the 308, you pretty much have to hit it dead on. There's our tapir that's down here. I'm going to run a little bit further down this time, just to make sure that we see everything that's not in render down this coast. I'm just going to run to this little bitty dark area here. Okay, so there's nothing in render on the coast, so we should be fine to go ahead and fast travel up here. And then we'll go try to get that jaguar again. And again, the wind, I mean, I don't know what it is about this location, but the wind just does not like to be on our side, man. There's so few nights where the wind is actually blowing down the river. Most of the time it's blowing, like, up this way, which makes it a very tough approach for this jag that we're trying to get, because he's like, right around this corner. And I really don't want to move my tent, nor do I want to put down my last tent. Because when I'm checking my ponds, it's very handy to have a tent on me, so that way I can just pull out my 4-wheeler whenever I need it. I wish I could see. I wish I could see. Honestly, what I might try, I'm going to try it this way again right now. But what I might try is I might try to set up like right in here somewhere and try to use the e-collar. If I can't get him by stalking to him, I might try to call him to me. Again, it might be a little bit of a waiting game, so I might have to do it off stream if we can't get him today. But that could be a method. Is just try to get down there and try to see if I can call him through the trees to us. Yeah, this Jaguar has been a pain, man. And I'm hoping that he's here. If he's not here, then oh well. I mean, that's just how he is. Sometimes he's here, and every time he's here, he spooks, and every time he doesn't spook, he's not here. So, there he is. Finally, we're going to get a shot at him. Good grief. You guys have no idea how tough this Jaguar has been. I've been here so many times, and he's usually like right up here where I'm standing, and he usually spooks every time I barely get close to him. So, I finally got him. My goodness. He finally made a mistake after all that. Threat nearby. Is it another Jag or is it a Cayman? Jag or Cayman? I see capybaras. I don't think they're a threat. I'm not hearing any growls either. Where? Duke, I don't see your threat, man. Oh, okay, so it decided not to attack us. Whatever it was. Alrighty. Oh, that's 98. Slowly approaching 100 kills, guys. Where's this guy's blood trail at? Oh, there he is. He's playing right here. No wonder I couldn't see a blood trail. I finally got you, buddy. Let me just take a quick peek around the corner here just to make sure there isn't any other Jags. Alright, let's head up to the pond that we just checked a minute ago. Because, again, we did shoot one down here at the start of the stream, so it could be up there now that we've reset time. Again, we are going to check all 3 locations again now that we've shot them that one tiger at the start of the stream, because he could be at any of these ponds. So we're going to check these 3, and then we're going to go check another sliver of the river, and then we'll go check another one, and then we should have a good river run until we get to the bottom of the river, and then at that point we have one last pond before we move to the bottom section. And that bottom section has been fire. I don't know what it is, but my Jaguars on my map, they love those bottom 4 ponds, those bottom 6 ponds, or however many there are down there. They love those. They like these. They love the ones at the bottom. But I'm hoping that we get ours pretty soon. Like I said, I really want to get a whitetail off this map. I mean, I just love the whitetails locations on this map. I mean, why wouldn't you want to do a grind is the way I look at it? Because they're in just such great locations. So I would love to do a whitetail grind after we get this Jaguar. Again, I am going to be a one and done on the Jaguar, guys. We're going to get one great one, and then at that point, I probably won't return to it. I love the Jaguar as a species, but because of the way that you have to grind them, I just don't think that they're really a very fun, like, grinding animal. I do still love doing the grind because you get to hunt them. But, again, I just don't, where you can't just go around and, you know, shoot them like you can the other grinds, I just don't find it as enjoyable. It is still fun, it is still worth it in my opinion, it's just not, like, an amazing experience. But it is fun. I mean, like I said, if you enjoy hunting the Jaguars, then you're not going to be bothered by grinding them. I just think that they're going to be more fun to just kind of, like, free roam around and shoot. Awesome, Zero. I'm glad to be your distraction. Honestly, I am. I'm glad that I entertain you enough. I appreciate you. But yeah, like I said, guys, there will be a poll going out on the channel tonight. We've had 2 different streams. You guys are getting to see how my grind works this time around. Again, my grind is not very fast because I enjoy having most of my setups on the river and then just running to the pond. So if you guys find this kind of boring, just be honest in the poll tonight. I am going to release a montage of all the trophies we got last week along with a new poll. So make sure you guys vote on the poll. Make sure you guys watch the video to help the channel grow. But yeah, like I said, there'll be a poll out tonight for you guys to vote on. Do you guys want me to do the grind off stream and only bring it back whenever I get the Great One to show? or do you guys want me to grind it on stream like we normally do? Because I know this is a slower grind than the other ones, and I do not care a bit to do the other grinds while we're live streaming and only do this one off stream. So I want to make sure I'm streaming what you guys want to see. These pawns are the ones that takes the longest to get to, in case you guys are wondering. The ones that, when we get down there to the bottom of the map, at the bottom portion of the river, it won't take long at all to get to those pawns. These I can't really drive a four-wheeler to because it's too mountainous and there's way too many trees. But when we get down there to the bottom, I usually just take four-wheelers to all of them because they're just like right there. Or and it's easy to get to them. So these I'll have to run to every single one of them. Except for the one down below us where it's like near the outpost. I do take a four-wheeler to that one. Okay, do we got a jag up here? Now, if there's no jag here, then we know that it's going to spawn back down on the river again. If there's no jags on these. There's a tapir. Honestly, that's a level 6 tapir. I'm tempted to shoot it, but I've already got 2 diamonds. I believe I have 2 diamond tapirs, so we're just going to leave that one. So from here, we're going to run to this one. And then we're gonna jump back down here, check these zones, check these 2 zones, and then I'll get on the 4-wheeler and go to this one. And then I'll come down here and check these 3, and then I'll go up here and check that final one. And then at this point, whenever we get down to these spawns, you will start seeing a lot more jaguars. So, because they just love that area down there. Like I find several jags every single night when I go to those spawns. At least I was. Now that I'm streaming, who knows what's gonna happen? But hello, Ocelot. I can't shoot you because I don't have anything to shoot you with, but hi. Yeah, these 3 pawns are the most boring, guys. Like I said, the next few pawns will take 4-wheelers too, so we'll get to them a lot faster. These I just have to run to because it's just too mountainous. Like I said, it's very hard to drive a 4-wheeler to these places. Because they're either too close to each other and picking it and putting down a tent and picking it up will spook everything, or like I said, you just have too much foliage to worry about. But everybody's been getting their great ones pretty quick, and I think it's because there's fewer animals, therefore your chances at a great one are higher. So I'm hoping that we get ours. Honestly sub 500. Maybe even soon. Like, a lot of people got theirs, like, before 200 kills. Hey, there's our respawn. That's a cinnamon teal notification, so that's definitely not what we heard. Where is the jag? There he is. There's our respawn. We got vitals. I knew you'd be up here. Like I said, this is how my respawns work, guys. They're kind of they have like 2 or 3 that bounce between these pawns and the river down there. And then when I get down towards the bottom, I have so many jaguars. Like down there towards the bottom of my map. So if we ever bring this to multiplayer and we're doing jaguar hunting, remember, guys, the majority of my jaguars are down in this area. I do have several up in here too, but most of my jags, they love the area down in here. Like they love this area, and they like these 3 pawns. The creek is okay. I've had a few males on there, but it's mostly a female territory that I've seen. But yeah, if you guys are if we ever bring this to multiplayer and we're doing jaguar hunting, always remember to check those areas. Speaking of multiplayer streams, do not forget that this Friday is our multiplayer stream, guys. If you're on PS4 or PS5 and you want to hunt alongside me with open comms and everything, make sure that you guys are there. We're not doing Peru because, like I said, I have plans for Peru, so it's not going to be in the multiplayer selection. But we are going to be hunting across several other maps. It's going to be a 4-hour stream. I couldn't get 6 hours this time, unfortunately. But we are doing 4 hours. Or I couldn't do 6 hours. I couldn't do 6 hours. So I was wanting to do a 6-hour multiplayer stream this Friday, but it just wasn't going to work out. But I am going to try to do it for my birthday, though, guys. In July, the very end of July, whenever that happens, whatever stream that turns out to be, I'm going to try to make that a multiplayer, a belated multiplayer birthday stream. So If we get to do it that week, we might have 2 that month, honestly. Next month, we might have 2 multiplayer streams. I would like to hunt with you guys whenever my birthday's here. So, which my wife's going to be on vacation, so it won't be the week of my birthday. But it'll be the week prior and the week after, or something along those lines. But like I said, guys, we will have a birthday stream as soon as we can. But my wife and I will be gone during the week of my birthday. So we'll celebrate it on YouTube. I'll put a post out to you guys the week after my birthday, deciding what we're doing. But yeah, it is July 14th for anybody wondering. July 14th is my birthday. And my wife and I will be gone that entire week. But like I said, whenever we return, I will find some way that we can celebrate it here on YouTube. Alright guys, the rest of these locations we should be able to get to rather quickly. Like I said, this is now just a check the river, jump to a pond, check the river, jump to a pond section. So the rest of these are actually going to go by pretty quick. This is actually my favorite way to hunt for the jaguars. This way you feel like you're doing a grind as well as an actual hunt. So, let's see, is there a jag out here? No, that's the tapir. So we're going to jump down here. We're going to check this location, and then from here we're going to go up to that final pond that's up above us. I always check these 2 first, and then I'll jump up to that pond to see what's up there. I've never had a jaguar up there, but I know I need to keep checking because eventually I will have. Raven, what's up? Welcome to the stream, Raven. Hope you're doing well. We're going to be killing a lot more jaguars in this stream. We didn't see it at the beginning of the stream because, like I said, I have one run where I just do the river, and usually I kill the fewer jaguars doing that. My jaguars love my ponds, especially down at the bottom of my map. So once we get off this section of the river and we get down to that bottom section, you guys will start seeing me kill a lot more jags. Because they just love that part of my map for whatever reason. Yeah, welcome, Raven. Glad to have you. Let's go ahead and bring out the 4-wheeler because we're going to try to make the most of our night now. I only hoof it to 3 ponds. The rest of them I can actually drive the 4-wheeler to. 4 ponds, actually, because one of them's about 300 meters away from one of my tents. So, let's go up here, see if we got any jags up here tonight. Will Jaguar number 100 be a great one? That would be amazing. If we could literally land on 100 even, like the next kill be a great one, that'd be so cool, man. It'd be my new third fastest great one. Like I said, my fastest great one is 5 kills. My second fastest great one is our bear at 44. So, and then after that, it would be my first ever whitetail great one at 350. So, those are my top 3 fastest grinds. It's 5, 44, 350. Colton, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream, brother. I did see where you sent me a picture, Colton. I can't look at it right now where I'm streaming, but as soon as the stream ends, I'll check it out, man. It's good to have you in the stream. I didn't expect to see you, buddy. How's your vacation going? Seems like you're catching a bunch. You have an Xbox again. You're using your Xbox One. Graphics are a little bit bad, but it's all right. It's storming outside. I'm just glad to see that you can play again. That is awesome, Raven. Yeah, it's been almost on and off rain showers for us all day. I think early this morning, about 10:30, we had a really big downpour that lasted about a good 5 minutes, and then it quit. And then about an hour ago, we had another big downpour that lasted about 10 minutes and stopped. And I think that most of our weather systems is supposed to come through later this evening. I think it's like around, I think it's like between 7 and 11 tonight is whenever we're supposed to get the majority of our rain. So, that ain't bad. We should just have a female up here. But I do get males here every so often. I do know that we have a female on this pond. My dog's growling, so she has to be around here somewhere. I just don't know where she's at. Okay, I don't see any other males, so I'm assuming that it's still just the female. And I'm thinking the female is stalking us right now because my dog is growling, which means that she is in the vicinity. But then again, she just may not be here at the moment. But we'll move on. Alright. Go check out these next 3 zones, then we'll jump up to the last pond on this side of the river. You had a barracuda on, but it snapped your line. Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, barracudas, you gotta have metal leaders in order to keep them snapping lines, man. They have such sharp teeth. I would love to catch a big barracuda at some point in my life. Those things are beautiful. Deadly too. Getting ready for red snapper? Oh, that's awesome, man. Red snapper is so good eating, brother. If you've never had a red snapper, you need to try it, man. They are delicious. I've only ever had red snapper once, and it was a long time ago. But like the fact that I can remember it, that should tell you something. Like they were good. Red snapper is an amazing meat. Our very next kill is right in front of us. So our number 100 is going to be a level 7. Alrighty. So sadly, not a great one, but that's fine. Yeah, I hear you down there. Gonna get him some love. Ooh, don't get in the water. I don't want you to float. He's like standing directly in the water right now. Like I can't even spot him. He's underwater. There you go. Quit being a fish. You're a cat. I thought cats hated water. Apparently this one loves it. You gonna give me a shot? I don't know what this cat's doing. I'm wanting to make a good shot. There we go. Smoked him that time. Yep, get out of that water. Alrighty. Number 100 is a level 7. I don't know if he's a rare or not. In case you guys are wondering, I do not use the 375 or the 300 on this grind. The main reason is because if you get a pseudo-melanistic, you will not know that it's a pseudo until you walk up to it. I think that there's one variation that's actually very obvious, and it's the one that you get from the mission animal. That kind of like striped looking instead of spots is kind of obvious when you see it, but it still can it still can trick you. So if you guys are doing the Great One Jaguar Grind, make sure that you guys are using a 308, 7mm, something that's actually ethical for them, because you make a bad shot on a rare with a 300 and you've screwed yourself up. So I'd much rather just use the right weapon on these grinds. Alright, number 100. That is officially 100 Jaguars into the grind, guys. And now we got one more area to check, and then from there we're going to check our final pond on this side of the river. And then we should be getting to the hot territory. Like I said, once I can cross over to this side, like down here, in these ponds, we should see a lot more Jags. Because they love that side of the river for me. Alright, let's go check this out. We got one more pond to check, and then from there we should move on to the hot section, as I call it. Oh gosh, it's Colton. Yeah, the only fish that I had on that snapped my lure back whenever I went to the beach last time, was a shark. I actually hooked a shark, and actually got to feel it for about a good 30 seconds, then it snapped my line. But my rod just went straight down, man. There was a bull shark that was down below the pier that we were fishing on over in Myrtle Beach, and yeah, I was up there fishing on those piers, and I had a bull shark that took my line. He wasn't a giant one. It was kind of maybe about 6 foot, 8 foot. He's a juvenile. But I tell you what, man, he had so much. I mean, he looked small from where I was, so I guess he was bigger than what I thought he was. But still, he had so much strength. He just pulled my line straight down and just snapped it. It was insane. But I did get to fight a shark for a few seconds, which was kind of cool. Oh, your goat's in labor, so she's going to have babies soon? Oh my gosh, Raven, when you have those babies, please send me pictures. My wife absolutely adores goats. So, whenever the babies are born, if you get really cute pictures of them, please make sure you put them in the Discord. My wife would love to see those, and I would too. Also, guys, if you're enjoying today's stream, as always, make sure you guys hit the like button so that way more people can find the channel. Hitting the like button is free. It shows you that you love these streams that I do, and it also shows it helps support the channel. It also helps my algorithm, so YouTube will start feeding more people into the streams. So it's really important for the like button to be hit. Also, make sure you guys subscribe. We're trying to get to 700 subscribers, maybe even 1,000 by the end of the year. I would really appreciate your all support. Also, guys, do not forget there is a montage video coming out within an hour or two of the stream ending tonight. Of all the trophies that we got last week, whether it was live or not. There is some trophies in there you guys do not know that I have. And then also remember there's a poll coming out tonight too. Now that you guys have seen 2 or 3 streams on the Jaguar and actually get to see what my actual grind looks like with this stream, I'm going to let you guys vote on if you want to see me stream these grinds. Because I know that it's a lot of running. I know that it may not be as fun as the other grinds. So I'm going to put a poll out tonight and let you guys choose whether you want to see me continuously grind these Jaguars or not. Again, we will grind the Jaguars every stream this week. But if you guys vote that you want to see them being done, if you guys vote that you'd rather me just bring the Jaguar back when the Great One shows up, then we will not have them live next week. We'll do other grinds. So, what do we got here? There's a level 7. What was that? Level 3 female, so you get to stay. I'm leaving any female. Any female that ends up on my pawns or anywhere other than the river, I'm leaving. Please do not go aggressive, female. Please run away. She's gonna go aggressive. Of course she is. Honestly, though, I shouldn't have to worry about this. If I get on my four-wheeler, that might spook her away. See, like, these things are just tough, guys. Like, this is the intimidation factor of these. I mean, look at this. I laid down my tent, I shot the thing, and she's still wanting to attack us. I can shoot my gun at her right now, and I guarantee you she would still keep stalking. Like, they are the scariest animal in this game right now. I don't care what you say. They're so much fun to hunt, but man, they are scary, dude. Like, they are not intimidated by anything. I love that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love that about them. But, like, literally, just getting on your four-wheeler is, like, the only way to make them run away. Because they're not going to run if you lay down a tent like the other animals will. They're not going to run if you fire the gun at them. They'll actually attack you if you do that. So, they're crazy. But I love them. Where does this guy... Where's your blood at? Dude, help me out, man. Where's the blood? Oh, it's over here. I got it. Thank you, buddy, but I got it. Alrighty, there he is. Nice little spotted. Alright, guys. Again, the zigzags will continue now, so we're now gonna zigzag to the pawns, and as we look at the pawns, there should be a lot more jaguars. Thank you, Raven. I appreciate it. Yeah, my wife and I would love to see those. There's a level 7. He's a melanistic, it looks like, so I might actually pop this one with a 375, because I know that that's not going to be anything special. So you're going to be dead instantly. Dude, I tell you, though, I don't know, is there any rares, guys, that are dark? I know that there's a pseudo-melanistic that's kind of dark looking, but it's not black. Like, is there a black-looking rare? Like, do I need to be more careful, or is all the black-looking Jaguars going to be the melanistics? Does anybody know? Yeah, guys, just to reiterate again, just in case I talk too fast or you guys didn't understand. So after the stream tonight, there's going to be a poll going out. If you guys vote that you want to see me keep streaming this live, then we'll keep it going each week. If you guys say no, you'd rather me do this grind off stream and then just bring it back whenever I get a rare or whenever I get the great one, then at that point, we will finish out this week doing the grind. But next week we'll do other grinds, and I'll only bring back the Jaguars whenever once the great one shows. So you guys will have to vote on that tonight. Anybody over here? Negatory. Alright, time to run to our next pond. Now, this pond, and honestly, I think all four of these are my hot ponds. Like, all four of these usually have jaguars on them, and then these will get males on them every so often. But these ponds that we're going to now are usually my richest. So they have a lot of, they usually get a lot of my males. And I would not be surprised if our great one comes off a pond. I really wouldn't. All my setups are on the river, but I'm telling you guys, my ponds are my most richest environment for my jags. And it really would not surprise me if we have if the great one comes off a pond. Also, guys, I have not seen very many trophies posted in the Discord or in the community tab, so if you guys are doing free roaming on the new map or anywhere in Call of the Wild and you guys get anything really cool, please make sure that you guys post it on the Discord or the community tab. That'll encourage other people to join as well, and also I do react to those. I do like seeing the trophies that people get in my community. So, yeah, make sure that you guys are active in the Discord and the community. If you guys want to talk to me, you can DM me. If you have any questions about Call of the Wild or anything at all, you can message me on there. Like I said, I may not respond immediately, but I try not to keep people hanging for too long. But I do not care to answer any questions and stuff like that. Like I said, it's not a place for generalized talking, so I'm general text and stuff. I'd rather keep it about Call of the Wild related. But if you guys have any questions, any concerns, any ideas, whatever you guys have, I will hear them out. Okay, there's my two females. They get to stay every time. There's a male. And that is a level 7 tapir. And a mythical, so I don't want to let that mythical leave. Oh, why can't I spot him? Wait, why couldn't I spot him? Excuse me? Where'd you go? I do not. I want to shoot the mythical because I always want to go for the biggest one first. Dude, that's not fair. Which way did he go? I thought he was going to come pop back up out here. Okay. Well, unfortunately, it looks like the mythical's gonna get to live. But we'll take the 7 while he's there. One out of the 2 is alright, I guess. But man, I hate whenever the biggest one escapes and I have to shoot the smaller one because I've had more luck with rares and diamonds if you at least make sure the biggest one gets shot first. But yeah, he's like up there. If he attacks us, that'll be okay. Because at least we'll have a chance to get him. I don't know how many mythicals I've got off this pond. I've not got any legendaries off the pond yet, but I've killed probably 4 different mythicals off this one pond. Oh yeah, I get that, Raven. Yeah, my wife and I, we have she has a woman that she watches. Her name is Katie Van Sky. And she has a farm, and Savannah watches her sometimes on with her stuff on TikTok. So I mean, yeah, I get that entirely. She's a first-time mom. Yeah, there could be complications there. So hopefully everything goes well, though. Let's see, where is this Jag? There you are. Alright, so unfortunately, it looks like the mythical is going to hightail it out of here. So we're just going to go home with the Mela, but that's fine. Alright, now we're going to go check these parts down here on the river. And then we're going to bounce to the other ponds. Like I said, it's my ponds is where we'll find most of my Jags. But I like to check everything. What time is it? Oh, it's almost time. Time's almost up. My goodness. We might have to reset time and then check the rest of these ponds. Let's see. As a matter of fact, the house is right here. Let's go ahead and reset time. Let's go ahead and do our time reset. Very true, Raven, yeah. So, I guess there's always a... Like, I live by code every single day. And my code that I live by is there is a positive for every negative. It doesn't matter what happens in life, no matter how bad whatever it is that happened, there is always something good that can come out of it. And everybody, all my friends and everybody's always giving me scenarios and stuff, as long as you don't go like over the top. Because obviously some things you will not have a positive come out of it, but most things in life, 95% of the time, you can always find something that is positive about it. Alright. What we're going to do is we're going to check these 2 ponds. And then I'm going to come back up here and try to see if I can get that mythical. So we're going to check these 2. That should give the mythical some time to come back to his zone if he's not there already. So we're going to go check these 2 and then come back down here and then try to get that myth. Because I don't want to leave him. For those of you who are in chat, though, do you guys enjoy this grind? Like, do you guys find this grind kind of boring, where it's like we're running around most of the time, or do you guys find it like what is your all thoughts on the Jaguar grind being live streamed? Because, like I said, I've been watching other people's channels, and they are not getting the viewers they normally get. So I do think that this grind is a little bit more boring to watch on live stream, because you are doing a lot of running. But like, let me know. Do you guys enjoy this grind? Do you guys would you guys want to see it live stream more, or would you guys rather see me do other grinds on stream and then just bring this one back once the Great One appears. Because obviously, I'm not going to shoot the Great One off stream. That is definitely going to be on stream only. So, no matter what day of the week I get the Great One, I will be saving him for the live. Dude, do you have to take off? I thought for sure he was going to try to attack us. Well, shoot. You get that close to a Jaguar, it's rare they run. Well, shoot. Okay, so that's 2 Jaguars now that we're gonna have to watch for. That's the one thing about these pawns, is that they can be anywhere on these pawns. Most of the time they spawn over here on that side, so that's the reason why I came in as hard as I did. Or as fast as I did, rather, because I figured that they'd be on the opposite side of the pond from me. Apparently not. There's his foliage. Let me at least see what he is. I mean, he could have been a Great One. You never know. Let's see. It's just rosetted. Alright. So he's a normal Jag. Who knows? We might run into him in the woods, and he might try to attack us in the woods, which would be a bad scenario for me, really. We are currently going his direction. Yeah, boy. We got something around us that Duke doesn't like. What's that? I just spotted something. Where are you? Yeah, threat nearby. Yeah, I know. Where are you? We might die here. I don't know where he's at. There he is. Okay, we got that one. And that was an ocelot over there that I spotted. Okay. Well, that guy was trying to use the ocelot against us. He's like, here, you distract him and I'll kill him. And then it didn't work out so well. Good attempt, though. Another Jag. Another day, another Jaguar. Now, this pond up here had 4 Jaguars on it last night. I'm not kidding you guys. I went up there and there was 4 of these suckers. I got 2, but the other 2 should still be up there. If I'm thinking of the right pond. Let me count that Jaguar before I forget to count him. Where it's such a slow grind, it is so hard for me to remember to count my kills. Like, I'm used to just killing and counting, killing and counting. Hold up. What was that? Where'd you come from? Oh, dude, that must have been a heart shot. I'm guessing that is the Jaguar that was at our last pond. Yeah, that had to have been him. That had to have been the Jaguar from the pond that we just left. Because there is no drink zone over here. So yeah, that was the one that we spooked. So thank goodness we were actually able to get him. Nice, man. Every Jaguar counts. No HM on this grind. What's up, Silva? Welcome to the chat. Glad to see you joined us. Hope you're having a good day. Make yourself at home. Talk about whatever you want to. Just keep it family friendly. Good to have you. May have got a little bit too close there. Let me go up here and see. I hope I didn't spook them off. I got a little bit too close to this pond, but we should be okay, I hope. Yeah, guys, we're currently 106 kills in. And we're currently checking all my ponds, which is the richest place to find Jaguars on my map, so we should have run into a few more. Oh yeah, we still got an hour and a half, so we're good so far. It is pouring the rain again outside. Oh, I'm doing good, Silv. I'm doing good. Just trying to get this Great One to show up. This grind's a lot different than the other grinds. It requires a lot of running, but it's still fun. I still enjoy it. But I think I will be a one and done, though. I think what we're going to do is get one Great One Jaguar, and then after we get the Jaguar, I think I'm going to set up for the whitetail on this map. Because the whitetail on this map are just goated. They're in such good locations. So I think it would be a lot of fun, too, my grind whitetail. I think they have a lot of drink zones, but they're easy ponds. Like, even though they have a lot of zones, the ponds are look like they should be pretty manageable. What's my best trophy? So I have 4,000 hours in the game, and I have one of every great one except for the whitetail and fallow deer. I have 2 fallow deer, 3 whitetails. And there's only a few animals I don't have a great one of. But all of my great ones obviously are my favorites. But I also have several rares, and I have a bunch of diamonds. So I got quite a bit of trophies. But the one thing I don't have, and I tell everybody this, in 4,000 hours of playing Call of the Wild, I do not have a super rare. At all. I've never seen an animal that is a max estimate that could make a diamond. Yeah, like I've had gold rares and I've had below, but I've never ever been able to have an opportunity at a max level animal that is a rare. I've never even laid eyes on one in 4,000 hours, both during PS4 time and whenever I switch over to PS5. And I have roughly about the same time on both the consoles. So on PS4 I had about 2,000 hours, but I didn't start Great One grinding until PS5. I didn't start streaming until PS5. But I did my first ever Great One grind, which was a red deer. I did that on PS4, got an 1,800 kills, and then I did a whitetail in Reveltilly, which I got in 350 kills. And then the rest of my Great Ones I've gotten on PS5 time, and it's been on my channel. Yeah, I've quite a bit of trophies. Alright, let's go try to get that mythical real quick. There was a mythical up here we didn't get to kill. We're going to try to go get him. Oh, that's not bad at all, Silva. Those are good trophies. Congratulations on those. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly what my favorite trophy is. I will say that I know what my favorite great one is. My favorite great one that I got was actually my second to most recent one. It was a mule deer that was a double drop tine, and it had the dark fur color. That one is my favorite great one that I've got right now. And then just after that, we decided to go after black bears. It took us 44 kills, and we got a great one black bear. Like, I'm not kidding. I mean, it probably would have been more in the house of about 70 kills because of the herd management. But I started counting once my herd management was done, and we actually started the grind. And from the main grind actually starting to do it, it only took 44 kills. So my shortest grinds right now are 5 kills for a whitetail that I was free roaming a map for. I just got a great one while free roaming, and it was 5 kills in. My second shortest was the black bear at 44 kills, and then my third shortest grind was my first ever whitetail at 350. Actually, I think it's tied with my first ever fallow, too. My first ever fallow, I think, was 350 as well. I've had some pretty good luck as far as numbers are concerned with great ones. There's our mythical. Alright, let's go and get him. I needed to get this one killed. We couldn't shoot him last time because he got onto us. Well, I dropped him, so that's either a double lung that killed him immediately, or that I ended up getting the spine. And if I got the spine, then I'm really, really hoping that he's not a rare. Because if that's a rare Jaguar, we just screwed him up. I'm just glad that he was here and we can finally get him this time around. There's a tapir. Oh, you're trying to get your first one grinding whitetail and mule deer? That is awesome. 2 questions for you. Do you count your kills? And also, what maps are you doing your grinds on? I hope you get it soon. I hope that you don't have to. I hope it doesn't take a whole lot of kills. I hope that you get it quickly, and I hope it's a great one you really love. I still want to get the double drop time whitetail because I'm a fool for non-typical antlers. I absolutely love non-typicals. So I'm pretty non-typicals, that is. And I really did want the double drop time whitetail, so I'm gonna keep grinding whitetails until we get that. Which I don't know if I'll ever really be done grinding whitetail because I do love that grind. But I am burnt out on them right now where the last grind that we did was 3,100 kills on the dot. And it was on New England. So, yeah, it's nice to take a little bit of break after that long grind, but... Oh, that is awesome. Congratulations on those trophies, man. That is amazing. Like I said, I hope that you get your great one soon. I really do. I hope that it comes to you very fast. I hope that it's an easy grind. And I hope that it's an enjoyable grind as well. Alright. Just for the sake of it, I think what we're going to do, we only have 3 extra pawns to check. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just go down the river. And we're going to check the rest of these zones before we go check these last 4 pawns. Just to make sure we don't have anything on these rivers that we need to shoot. And I meant to go to that place back there first. That's okay. Nothing spooked, so there ain't nothing here, apparently. Alright, nothing there. You're doing a mule deer on a ski ridge, and I'm doing the other one on Hirschfelden. So, if you got a good grind on Hirschfelden going, I mean, obviously don't leave it. But Hirschfelden is a very, very tough place to grind, man. Like, I would not recommend Hirschfelden at all. It is thick. It is hard to do herd management if you're doing herd management. And a lot of grinds on that map go for long distances. So, I wouldn't recommend Hirschfelden for anything, really, other than free roam. But, I mean, like I said, if you've got a good setup and it's working for you, then that's awesome. But I would not recommend Hirschfelden. If you're doing whitetail, I would recommend Leighton Lakes, Rev on Thule. Honestly, New England Mountains, if you're willing to put up with the amount of drink zones, is really, really good. And then the other one I would recommend is also Mississippi Acres is pretty good for the whitetail grinds. And now Peru. The new map for Peru, I'd say, is goated for them. I haven't got to see them, but like there's a lot of drink zones and they're in very easy locations. But yeah, those maps is what I'd recommend for your whitetail grind if you had to do them. But as far as your ski ridge for mule deer, the ski ridge is still top notch in my opinion, next to Silver Ridge. Both of them are very, very good grinds. We actually got my last great one mule deer off Silver Ridge Peaks, and I think it's very underrated. Silver Ridge Peaks is very easy to herd manage, and it's a very, very good grind. I'd say it's even equally as good as a ski. I would just say a ski ridge is better just because of the views. A ski ridge is a lot prettier. But other than that, though, both of them are very, very good, times for the mule deer. I'm gonna shoot that thing. This tapir right here, I've had him come back as a diamond twice for me. So, I am going to pop him again and see if he wants to come back as a diamond again for us. Yeah, Silva, like I said, if you're doing fallow deer, because whitetail is not on Hirschfelden as far as I know, so I think you're going after fallow or red deer. But I wouldn't recommend that map. If you're doing fallow or red deer, Teawara is going to be your best bet. It's a very easy map to grind. It's actually the best. It's actually the best in my opinion for both the red deer and the fallow deer. So, I mean, like I said, if you want to do Hirschfelden, that is totally up to you. But if you're wanting a lot easier grind with fewer lakes to manage and not have as much thickness in the brush, Teawara is the way to go for those. I mean, like, it is an amazing map. But again, it's to each their own, and if you enjoy what you're doing, then I'm not going to tell you not to do it. I'm just trying to give you advice on like the ease of the grind, because I'm a grinder who enjoys the ease of a grind over top of anything else. So like if a grind is like extremely complicated, I just don't do it. This grind is a little bit complicated, but it's still easy to do. You just gotta do a lot of running. But yeah, if you're doing fallow or red deer, Teawara all the way. I mean, I wouldn't do any other map for those. Both the red deer and fallow deer for those maps are very easy to do. Awesome, Silva. Yeah, so you got good setups. It seems like. But yeah, yeah, if you're doing Leighton Lakes, then especially the left hand side, those ponds, and then the big river. That can be if you get them set up just right, it can be a really, really good whitetail grind. It really can. I don't do the grind on that map just because there's way too many drink zones for me, due to that river. But if you're willing to put in the time and herd manage that map down to where you can have most of them being smalls and you only have to worry about like 8 different zones, then it actually is a really good grind. It's just not really my tea because there's just too many in my opinion. Rev on Thule has a bunch as well, but they're wide open lakes. Like if you see what I'm talking about, it's just ease of the grind. There's not much brush to worry about in Rev on Thule, even though there's tons of drink zones. It's just an easy grind overall. But like I said, if you enjoy what you're doing and you like what you're doing, then I wish you the best of luck. And if you're 13 years of age and you want to join the Discord, I'm a legendary. Let's go. We got a diamond potential finally. But either way, if you want to join the Discord, it is available to you. If you go to my channel and go to my description, the Discord link is right there. You're more than welcome to join us. That is a dead legendary Jaguar. Let's go. But yeah, if you get any cool trophies and stuff and you want to post it to my community tab on YouTube, or if you can't join the Discord, then feel free to do so. I do react to people's pictures and the trophies. So if you want to show off the trophies and stuff, you can do it right there in the hunting trophies section. Yeah, feel free to join the Discord if you want to. And if you don't want to join Discord, then my community tab is open for everybody as well on YouTube. You're 500 kills in. That's a lot of kills and without a diamond. If you don't have any diamonds, then you have really poor herd management on your map, which means that your animals are having a hard time spawning in as big animals. But then again, if you're just going for the Great One and you don't really care too much about diamonds, then you should be fine. Passed it up, didn't I? Where's it at? But yeah, if you're not getting very many diamonds, because you're supposed to get a diamond, I think, once every 100 kills or so, and if you're already at 500 without a single diamond, then yeah, your map has a diamond on there somewhere. Like I'm telling you, there's a diamond. There we go, 44. Diamond Jag. That is my third diamond. That's my second diamond, I believe, second or third. I've had one troll. But there we go, Diamond Jag. So that will go in our montage for today. All right. Like I said, I wanted to hold off on my montage in case we got any more trophies today. So I'm glad to see that we got at least one more to add. Thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah, it's nice to have another diamond. It's nice to have another diamond. But yeah, Silva, what I would recommend you doing, I know it'd take a long time to do so, but I would look up a whitetail guide on YouTube and that shows you where you can find, where all the ponds and the areas you can find whitetails are. And I would go and visit every single location you could, because if you're getting nothing but little guys, you may have a Great One on your map already somewhere that spawned in as a solo, or you could have several diamonds. So that's like the only way you wouldn't see a Great One in that many kills, or excuse me, see a diamond in that many kills, as if you already have a big animal somewhere on your map. So make sure that you take some time today if you want to, if you can. Just look up a guide that shows you where all the locations you can find a whitetail is on Layton Lakes, and go to every single spot you can get to, because you do have a big animal on your map somewhere. That's the only reason I can think of where you would have that happening. Alrighty. Time to check the rest of our ponds. Yeah, Silva, see, that's my thing, is you have it drinking somewhere on your map, so you need to set it to the animal's drink times, and you need to go and visit every single location that they can drink. Because I'm telling you, if you have a diamond on your map or several diamonds on your map, it will screw up your main zones, because they will not be able to spawn in anything really good. So make sure that you get rid of all of your diamonds if you have diamonds on your map. Make sure you shoot them, tax them if you want to, but you don't want them anywhere other than your main zone. Because if you have them on your main zones, then the game is going to try to compensate for those big ones by popping in more small ones. And that's not a good thing. You actually want to have a majority of your map being small deer, like level 1s, or teeny tiny level 2s that have the level 1 racks. And then you have like 8 different zones, 8 to 10 zones that you're actually grinding. And all of those, you want to shoot everything. And that's what you call herd management, and it makes you get a lot more diamonds, and honestly, I do believe it helps with Great Ones as well. I do believe that it does help, because the game has to make up for the small amount of animals on your map, and obviously the Great One is the biggest animal in the game, so I do believe, even though I think it's very minute, like very minuscule, I do believe that it does help. Now, I don't think that Jaguars could be on this pond, but I've never checked it, and it looks low enough for Jaguars to be here. So I figure we'll at least go look at it. Because it's awfully close to these other ponds. So I figured we'd at least go give it a try. And just see what's up here. I mean, the worst that could happen is there'd be nothing here. Also, guys, do not forget, if you haven't already, make sure you guys like the video. Hitting the like video helps the algorithm and starts helping more people find the channel. It also shows your support for me, shows that you enjoyed being here today, so make sure you guys hit that like button if you haven't already. Also, make sure you guys subscribe. We're trying to reach 700 subscribers, hopefully 1,000 by the end of the year. That is my dream, at least, for the year. That's my New Year's resolution. So if you guys want to help with that, I really appreciate it. Yeah, 700 for now, 1,000 for the year is my sub goal right now, is what I'm hoping for. Maybe even more, you never know. We could get a huge influx of people this year and end up getting to the thousands, which would be amazing. What time is it getting to be? I gotta keep track of it. 23:26. We got about 30 minutes to check these pawns. I think that's enough time, as long as I keep using the four-wheeler. So, after we get done with this run, we are then going to do a run of nothing but the river. And then we'll do the zigzag again. So that's what I do over and over again. I do the river, and then I zigzag. Then I do the river, then I zigzag. And that is my method. Again, it's a slow method, but it works. I mean, it gets me the numbers that people say you need to make. They say that if you're averaging 10, even though it's a really small number, guys, if you're averaging 10 Jaguars, I don't know why I keep wanting to pronounce it like 3 different ways today. But Jaguars, if you're hunting them and you're getting at least 10 per hour, people say that's actually a very efficient grind. And on average, I'm anywhere between 10 and 15. So, which my average is about 13 to 15. So I know that my grind is actually doing pretty good. But yeah, if you guys are like getting discouraged, if you're thinking that you're not killing enough Jags, just remember that all you got to do is make sure you're killing at least 10 per hour. And if you're killing that 10, then you're doing good. Because they are kind of tough to find. Hang on a second, guys. My throat's getting awfully dry. I'm going to get me a drink real quick. Alrighty. Yeah, we got these last 3 pawns to check, or 4 pawns to check, and then after this, we're going to do another run of the river. Like I said, I'm really hoping that we get our great one soon. Because, honestly, the way this grind is, I do enjoy it, but I think that these animals are more fun to be hunted free roaming. So, I'll probably just do them one and done with these. I'm going to get one great one, and then after this, I'm probably not going to go after them again. But I will still hunt them, so, I mean, who knows? You never know. I could end up getting one by free roaming. But as far as grinding for Jaguars, I believe this will be my only grind I'll do for them. I really do want to do a whitetail grind after this, along with my fallow and bear and all those other ones. Also, guys, if you have not seen it, my wife, she is not a Call of the Wild streamer or YouTuber, but she does post trophies or stuff whenever it comes up. Though it's not like she's trying to be a YouTuber by any means. But she did get her very first Great One Wolf, and it was the Twin Souls, which is the one that we both wanted. I wanted it whenever I was grinding for wolves, and I ended up getting the Grave Hide, which I was still very happy with. But she ended up getting the Twin Souls. And if you guys want to go and watch her video of her getting that one, it is on my post section on my channel. So if you guys want to go over to her channel, give her some love and support, and watch her get her first wolf, that was a really cool video. Again, she doesn't really like her voice being heard too much in her videos, so it's mostly footage with music. But you can hear her reaction, and I do believe that you guys hear me freaking out at some point in the video too, where I laugh because I'm so excited for her. So if you guys do want to go watch that video, it is on my channel as well. She said that for any of her first great ones, she's going to be wanting them on her channel only. But she said in the future, if she gets any more great ones, I can put them on my channel. Dude, that tapir just tanked a 375 round. My goodness. That's a tough boy. And he just now died, too. My goodness. That is one tough tapir. Yeah, it was a very, very happy moment for us. And I did ask my wife if I could do a different version of the video, where instead of using music, it would basically be just our commentary over top of it. But like I said, my wife is just kind of like, but she's very protective over her privacy and stuff. So whenever she makes videos, she'd rather just do music and the gameplay. And plus it was her first one, and she wanted that to go on her channel, so I respected that. But she said that next time that she gets a great one, she said that she will let me get the video and actually make it to where you guys can hear the commentary and stuff. So she just wanted her first ever great one to be on her channel only, which I totally get that. And again, she's not a YouTuber or anything. She just kind of posts things like very seldomly, depending on things that happen. But 4 points off diamond on that mythical, not too bad. For those of you that hunt tapirs, do they make diamond at mythical or no? Can mythical tapirs make diamond, or does anybody know that yet or anything? Because I've been popping them with the 375, just because I haven't seen any diamond mythicals. But I did have one that was like 143. But I will let you guys know that whenever she told me she got the great one, I'm gonna try to tell you guys what my reaction was since you guys didn't get to hear it. So I was actually doing my Jaguar grind at the time, and you guys will actually get to hear it in the montage. I actually ended up getting a trophy just after she got her great one. So like she got her great one, I got back on my game and started grinding. Like 2 or 3 kills later, I got a trophy Jaguar, which you guys will see that tonight in the montage, and you'll actually hear me make a comment about it. But yeah, she was just grinding, and she goes, "Baby." And I was like, "What?" She goes, "It happened. Oh my gosh, it happened." And I said, "No, it didn't." And she goes, "Yes, it did." And I said, "You have a fabled?" And she goes, "Yes, I have a fabled." I was like, "Okay, I'm coming." And so I ran in there really quick, and she showed me, and we saw that it was a twin souls. And I tell you what, we were just so happy because my wife, you know, she doesn't have like the same she's a very casual player. And she doesn't have that drive that like a very avid grinder has. She can only do it for about an hour or two at a time. And if she's not getting a lot of trophies, she can become discouraged, which is understandable. But yeah, that's just kind of how she is on the game. And the fact that she's finally got a great one, and the fact that it only took like a few hundred kills, I mean, and it was the great one she wanted. That was the color that she wanted. All of those put together, guys, it was just a very beautiful moment. Like I said, the video doesn't do our reactions justice, but at the same time, I mean, like I said, I was going to respect her privacy. But I mean, like it was an amazing moment, and I had to coach her a little bit because she doesn't really do a lot of stalking on animals in the game. So in order to get in close enough to get the shot that you guys saw in the video, I actually had to kind of coach her along to how to get in there, top that hill, that hit, and then the shot was all her. Like she's actually a very good aim on the game, and so I trusted her all the way with the shot, and yeah, she got that thing, and it was amazing. She put it up in her trophy launch immediately. She passed that thing and went straight to her trophy launch and put it up. And I was a very, very, very proud moment as to be a husband at that moment. Let me tell you, a very proud moment. And she's only got one other great one too. That was her second great one ever. And like I said, the last great one she got was like in 2020, 2021. So, and it was her red deer. So I mean, like I said, it was PS4 era was whenever she got her last one. So it's been a long time, and it was very well deserving for her to get that. I was very, very happy. I was very, very happy when she said that she got that. You're not sure if they do? Okay, so I might be making a mistake shooting the mythicals then, but I don't know. I haven't seen anybody get a mythical tapier that made diamonds, so that's the reason why I've been just popping them with the 375. I think I have 2 diamond tapiers, if I'm not mistaken. I know I have one. But yeah, you guys will see that one in the montage tonight too. Like I said, I'm not going to tell you what all the trophies are because I really want them to. Well, I want some of them to be not spoiled. But I tried to make the editing very interesting. I'm probably not going to add music to this one because I kind of want it to have the natural vibe of the natural quiet vibe of Call of the Wild. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the montage tonight. There's a lot of trophies that are in there that you guys have seen me get on stream, but there's also several trophies that I got off stream, and you guys will. I hope that you guys enjoy those. They're really cool. But yeah, opening week of Peru was amazing to us as far as diamonds and rares. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better opening to the week. I mean, then again, if I get the great one today or this week, I mean, that's going to make it even better. Yeah, I'm excited for my wife to get home tonight. She's going to come home. She's had a really rough day. It's been stressful. There's only 2 people working because everybody else is either on vacation or sick. Or excuse me, they're all on vacation. I don't know why I said sick. Everybody else is on vacation, so it's just my wife and one other person working at a bank. So you can only imagine how chaotic that is. And me and her is excited for tonight because when she gets home, we're making tacos, and we love chicken taco nights. So, all right. It is midnight, but I'm going to go ahead and bank on the idea that some of these may stay after. So we are going to go up here and check this last pond, and whether there's anything here or not, we're going to go ahead and do our one run on the river. Like I said, these bottom 2 ponds aren't really that profitable for my wolves. It's the ponds that came before these 2 that have most of my wolves on them. Jaguars. I don't know why I said wolves. Jaguars. I'm losing it, guys. I'm losing it. Okay, is there going to be anything at our final pond? I don't know if there will be because it's already midnight, so the drink zone is over, technically. But animals do sometimes stay over, like about 10 to 15 minutes at times. So we might miss a jaguar if there was one here, but that's okay. We'll eventually find it. Is that a rare? Hold on a minute. Is that a rare? It might be a rare Grossin. I mean, we nailed it. I don't know if that's a rare Grossin or not, but we're going to shoot it. That might have been an albino or a piebald. I mean, I don't really hunt Grossin too much, but I mean, like, if I find a rare or a diamond, I'm going to shoot it. Let's see. Is it going to float? It's actually a good time for it to float right now, to be honest, because it's outside of the jaguar drink time. So this would be the time I'd want to shoot something and wait on it. Yeah, I can't tell if that's the gray or if that's a rare. So we'll let it float to us and we'll see. But it had a white back on it, so I wasn't gonna let it go. Again, I know that there's like a gray one that has that's like a common, but I couldn't tell and I didn't want to leave it. I don't want my camera. If right now on console there's a bug where if you tap a square like really close together, it brings out your camera for some reason and it's annoying. What's that one? Level 3 female. So not to worry about that one too much. Alright, are you a rare? Or are you normal? I think you're normal. Can I claim you? Hello? Can I not claim this thing? Hello? What is going on? Why can't I claim this thing? I think it's a normal one. The game's not letting me claim this. Why can't I claim this? Hello? There, now it's letting me. Yeah, it's just a pail. I had to pull out my weapon for it to let me claim that. That was weird. That was odd, to say the least. It wouldn't let me do nothing until I pulled out my weapon. Very interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and reset time. We're going to do a river run this time. Like I said, I do one run of the river, and then I do another run of zigzags. The zigzag run seems like it takes the longest, but it's also the most profitable for me, at least. Most of my jaguars have came off the ponds, so... We may not see as many with this run, but we could. Alright. Do my menu reset. What's up, Wolf? Long time no see, man. I'm glad to see you can make it into the streams. You ain't able to make them into the streams very often, so it's good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. We've had one diamond today, in case you're wondering about any trophies we've gotten. We've got one diamond jag. No rares. And nothing. I'm out of the blue for extra animals as well. But hopefully that'll change soon. Yeah, man, it's nice to have you. Hope you're doing well today, buddy. Oh, you got off work early? Nice, man, nice. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you for coming to the stream, by the way. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're currently 108 into the grind. Like I said, it's a slow grind, so it's not to be expecting like too much growth. But yeah, we started today at 96. So we've been able to get at least our 10 in an hour because it's almost 4 o'clock, and that's 12 in 1 hour. So like I said, that's usually my average right now, guys. What you guys just saw in the last hour, I mean, that's pretty much going to be repeated now. Jaguars are a slow grind. You usually get about 10 per hour. But I've got mine where it's pretty efficient, and I'm usually averaging about 12 to 15. But still, that's not very much more than 10. That's a jag standing on there, ain't it? Yep, another mythical jag. Alrighty. Well, I would fast travel to him, but where we see him, I don't want to do that because I'll spook him more than likely. Sometimes they'll attack me if I come to that tent, but a lot of times they just run. So I think I'm just going to try to get into distance with him. Again, your eyes can play tricks on you with these rares, so if he's a rare Jaguar, I don't want to shoot him with the 375. If he's a level 7 and he's a black, then I know just go ahead and pop him because I don't think there's any like dark colored rares. Alright, that should be close enough. Did that get his attention? Nope. A little higher, maybe? A little lower? Come on, spook. There we go. Got him that time. Yeah, there we go. Got a lung. Alrighty. There's this Jag. Like I said, guys, my method, it does indeed work. It's just a slower method than other people's. But then again, even with the other people's methods, like, they're still averaging about 13 to 15 an hour. So, I mean, like, I'm still right there with them, even without all the fast travels that they have. So I'm actually pretty happy about my setup. Makes it to where I'm getting the same average as everybody else. I just do it differently. You're ahead of me. I'm at 41. Yeah, I'm grinding this thing on and off streams. In case you guys are wondering, like, I'll still be grinding probably tonight, even after the stream, because I just want one of these. And but don't worry, guys. Like I said, whenever the Great One shows, I will not shoot it until we're live again. So if the Great One shows up tonight, I may see if my wife will let me go back to being live, just so we can shoot it tonight. But if not, then I'll try to get an hour or something maybe tomorrow where we can shoot him tomorrow. All right, there's one off the river. But yeah, that's why last time you guys saw me, I was at like 30 something kills, and now I'm all of a sudden at 100. Is because I've really been able to master this grind. I feel. It's just that my grind, it doesn't feel like I've mastered it because I'm running everywhere, but it really does work. Like I said, as long as you get about 10 kills per hour, you're doing good, and I'm averaging 12 to 15. So my grind is actually pretty efficient. I'm just not using it. I'm just using not blah 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 blah. I'm just not using as many fast travel tents because it's really tough to get a tent into the jungle in the first place. So I mostly just run or use the 4-wheeler to get to places. But yeah, I do one run of the river, and then I zigzag from the river to the ponds on the second run. So it usually takes about 3 runs to complete an entire, like run, in my opinion, as I call them. So, like, one run for me is the river, and then zigzag on top and zigzag on the bottom if I need a second time reset. And then that's a full run, in my opinion. So that's how I do my grind. It's a little bit lengthy, a little bit time-consuming, but it works and it's fun, in my opinion. I enjoy doing it this way. Again, it will be a one and done, though. I'm only going to get one Jaguar. After I get the Great One Jaguar, we are going to move from this and probably do whitetail in Peru, along with them. We need to get our final fallow deer. We need to get another wolf. And then whenever Colton gets back from his vacation, we will also be doing the black bears again. Colton wants to race me on the black bears, so whenever he comes back, I'm going to be stopping at 162. So whenever we get to 162 kills, at that point, me and Colton are going to be racing each other. The only time that either one of us are allowed to shoot black bears is whenever I'm live. So he'll have to get used to only grinding 3 days a week. For the black bear, at least. But I told him he could definitely race me on whoever gets the next Great One first. Have I seen the spawn trap for them? I've seen a video about a spawn trap, but even in the video, they said that it's only working for like certain people. Like, certain people's maps favor the spawn trap, while other people's are kind of like hit or miss with it. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I need to look at it more, but yeah, I haven't seen the spawn trap. I've only seen one video that was regarding it, and not many people have watched it. And the guy said that it's only like a 50-50 shot that it even worked for your map because Jaguars operate differently on everybody's maps. So, like I said, I might have to look into more of it. But I still think that even with the spawn trap, I mean, I could be wrong, but I think even with the spawn trap, I think they said that it's only been boosted up by like 15 an hour, is what they said. So like you're averaging 30 kills instead of 40, or excuse me, 30 instead of like 20 per hour. But I mean, I could be wrong. Okay, Wolf. Can you do me a favor, Wolf? Since you're in the Discord, do you mind to send me a link to that video? Just put it in the hunting discussions category for me. I will definitely watch it tonight, and I'll see if I want to do it. Like I said, anything to make the grind more efficient and easier for me, I might do it. And if I can find a way to grind these in a very easy manner, then I might even go for more than one. It's just that doing it with my method, I'm only game for one time. But yeah, if you can put that video from iBuy in my hunting discussions tab on Discord, I'll watch it later. Like I said, if it's a very efficient spawn trap, there's a mythical. If it's a very efficient spawn trap and it's something that really does like up the amount of kills that you get per hour and it's easy, then yeah, I wouldn't care a bit to give it a try. Whew, that must have been a heart shot. I can't think of anything else it could have been. $110, guys. That's 110 right there. Like I said, the river run is usually the slowest. So this is so I do love the river, but like I said, a lot of my jags, they actually prefer the ponds. So you'll see a few jags get killed off the river, and then whenever we go back to the ponds, you'll see a few more. That's usually how my grind goes. Where are you at? There you are. Don't look like you're a rare of any sort, unfortunately. Just another pretty rosetted. Thank you, Larry. I appreciate it. I just got your message, man. I'll watch that video probably after the stream tonight. But yeah, thanks for letting me know about that, guys. Like I said, I'm always open to improving my grinds and doing better for to make things a lot more enjoyable for myself as well as you all. So yeah, I really do appreciate it. There's just a nice respawn on the shore. See if I can spot him again. That is a severe quartering shot. I think I'm going to try the 22 trick on him. I am not too comfortable with that quarter. If he was a little bit more turned our way, I wouldn't have cared. Please don't block me, tree. Please don't block me. Oh, he's gonna keep walking. Okay. Dude, stop it. I don't know what you are, so I really don't want to take too risky of a shot. This hits a tree. Thank goodness there was no tree there. Alright. I was about to say, if this hits a tree, I was gonna be ticked. I don't know how many jaguars have gotten screwed up because it was a tree I couldn't see. Where I shoot, and then there's just nothing. Dude, how close to my tent was he? I am glad I put up that other tent over there. Man, he was like right behind this thing. Yeah, if I would have fast traveled here, he would have spooked. Alright, let's see, what were you? You were too dark, I couldn't tell if you were rare or anything. No, he's just a normal. Okay, not too bad. 2 mythicals in a row, that ain't terrible. It's 111. Yeah, thanks, Wolf. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'll watch it after the stream. Yeah, after we stream today, I'll definitely look into that video, and I'll see what he says about it. If it seems like something I want to do, then we'll do it. Some nice level 4 females in there. No rares, no level 5s, though. I do hunt the capybaras, but only when I'm free roaming. Also, guys, for anybody that's here, I need to keep remembering to say this. If you guys have not looked on the post section already, this Friday is our multiplayer stream for June. I know that June ends next week, but this is the Friday before it ends. So we are going to do our multiplayer stream this Friday. It'll be from 2 to 6. So if you guys want to hunt with me, make sure that you guys are here for that stream if you're on PS4 or PS5. And yeah, we'll have a good time. Hopefully we'll have some good trophies that get killed, and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, if you guys want to hunt with me, make sure you guys are there. Legendary, let's go! A second legendary of the day. Beautiful, man. Is he not smoked? He felt smoked, but just in case. See if I can get in there. No, that has to be vitals. He died pretty quick. That has to be a vital shot. Oh, you're fine, Zero. I appreciate your support either way. Yeah, I totally get it. I think anybody that has to work, I totally understand. Like I said, I just appreciate you being there for the stream either way. Alright. Is this 2 diamonds in the same stream, guys? This is the first for me, actually. Most time I get a diamond about once every couple of hours, but today we've got 2 within an hour. He should be right around the bend up here. Yeah, he's just right around this bend. Dude, I really do hope, though, I do hope that we get the Great One soon, man. And like I said, if that video from if it shows that the Great One Grind can actually be a lot easier, then we may go after 2 of these. The only reason I wasn't was just because I wasn't wanting to do this same type of grind twice. Nope, it's a troll. He trolled us, guys, sadly. So, 1 troll and 1 diamond today. Crap, man. What can you do, though? That's how it goes. Yeah, I know, Zero. But hey, I will take legendaries all day, though. Even the troll ones I'll take. The only thing I don't want is for the game to give me my first potential super rare and it be a super troll. Honestly, that would probably break my heart so much after waiting for one for 4,000 hours that I'd probably have to end the stream. I'm not kidding you guys. Like that, like if I ever get a chance at a super rare and I shoot it and the shot is beautiful and then walk up to it and it trolls, I'm still going to tax it, but it will probably break my spirit like badly that day because 4,000 hours to wait for a super rare and then the first one that shows up is a troll. Yeah, that would be rough. Hang on a second, guys. My dog is having nightmares. 1 second. She's asleep and she's woo woo. So hang on 1 second. I got her. She's awake. She's good, guys. Yep. Our dog has nightmares sometimes. She'll start jumping in her sleep and whoop 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 kind of sounds, and we have to kind of wake her up. Poor thing. Like it did for you? Was your first super rare troll? Was your first super rare a troll wolf? Dude, I tell you what though, guys. I mean, just imagine that. I mean, like, I don't want to imagine it, but I mean, imagine going 4,000 hours on a video game, finally getting what you've been wanting for all that time, just for it to not add up to what you thought it was going to be. I mean, like, that would be, like, that'd be breaking, man. That would be breaking to me. I mean, I told you guys that whenever I get my first super rare, you probably hear me cry on stream, just because that's how bad I want one right now, and I really don't care what species, as long as it's a species I enjoy. But yeah, if I get a super troll, it'll probably be different kinds of tears. Like, I'd feel like I just got kicked in the nuts, honestly. That would be bad, dude. That would be real bad. Nothing around the corner. One more spot to check for the river, guys, and then we got another zigzag to start. It was a piebald whitetail, and it was a guaranteed troll. Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, if that happened to me, buddy, I'd be destroyed. And I don't mean in a good way either. I mean, that would absolutely just break my heart, dude. I'm sorry that happened to you, though. I really am. That would be really, really rough. Alright, let's go start trying to check our pawns again, people. It is time to check our pawns. We got just a little under an hour left in the stream, guys, so plenty of time still for the Great One to show up. Hopefully it does. Anything down that way? Nope. Before we go to this pond, let me actually check around this corner where that one very complicated one was at. Yeah, we're gonna go check around this bend and see if there was another Jaguar took that level 7's place. I hope it didn't because I hate that zone. But we need to check it either way just to make sure there's nothing there. And if there is no Jaguar there, then he's probably at one of the ponds up above us. So Like I said, it would not surprise me at all if our first Great One Jaguar was at a pond. It would not surprise me a bit. And honestly, after our next time reset, I actually need to go down and check the ponds that are on the other side. And I really do need to check my creek too, but I don't think I'll do that on stream because the creek is kind of boring. I barely ever have any males on my creek. If I do, it's like maybe one or two. So I'll probably check my creek after the stream today, but I do need to go check the ponds that's around it. I might check a portion of it on stream. Yep, no jags here. All right, let's move up to the pond. Now, like I said, these 3 ponds are the only ponds that takes a little bit because they're all too close to each other for the 4-wheeler, or it's too steep, or there's too many trees between us and them. So I do have to hoof it to all 3 of these. But once we get off these 3 and then reset time here in a minute, we will be able to take the 4-wheeler to the other ones. So first 3 ponds are slow. Last several ponds are fast. Also, guys, if you are enjoying your time here on the stream, please make sure you support the channel by hitting the like button. It lets me know that you enjoyed the stream today, and it also helps the algorithm, helps other people find the channel. And then also make sure you guys subscribe. We're trying to get to 700 subscribers if we can, and I'm hoping that we get at least 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And I really would appreciate your support. And also, do not forget, if you're on console, PlayStation, if you're on PlayStation, PS4, PS5, this Friday from 2 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are having our multiplayer stream that we have once per month. So it'll be from 2 until 6 Eastern Standard Time. And you guys are more than welcome to jump onto my maps and hunt for trophies with me. Peru will not be included in this, where I'm still doing the Jaguar grind and probably going to be doing a whitetail grind afterwards. So Peru will not be part of that list for now. But other maps will be available during that time. Alright, let's see. Did you bounce up here? That's the female. There he is. Yeah, he bounced. He's still level 7. That's funny. The level 7 came back as a level 7. We'll take that. I don't think there'd be any other males on this pond. They usually only get 1 male and 1 female here. But yeah, the jaguar that was down there on the shoreline with us, that was him there. $113 in, guys, in case you're wondering. It's 113. Provolone cheeseburger. Ooh, that sounds good. I can't do cheeseburgers, unfortunately. I have since I have food allergies, and cheese will run me to the restroom. So sadly, I can't do cheese, but I do love burgers, and that does sound good. There we go. Nice little rosetted. Now let's run up here to this pond. Now the good news is that we got 30 minutes this time. Last time we had to check these ponds, we only had about 15. So time ran out on us where we could check all 3, and we had to do them again. But we should have enough time with 30 minutes to go to all 3 of these ponds. And then depending on if there's anything on them or not, we'll just whenever we set time here in a minute, we'll just keep going. I ain't gonna worry too much about checking these ponds a second time. But we will do a zigzag again, and then after the zigzag, I'm gonna go check some of the creek and the ponds that are on the other side of the map. We gotta stay on top of them as well. Yeah, it does, Zero, but it's part of life, man. Unfortunately, both my mom and my dad got tested, and they were positive for alpha-gal. And they're thinking this is where we've been hunting and fishing all of our lives. We've always had ticks on us, and I'm pretty sure that I have it too. But yeah, my stomach is sensitive to certain amounts of dairy and certain types of dairy as well. And then if foods are like overly greasy, that can hurt me. And foods that have way too many like spices in them. So I have to be careful what I eat. But thankfully, which I feel bad for my parents, but thankfully I do have more toleration than my parents do. My mom and my dad, they can't even have red meats at all. Like if they have red meats, they get sent to the bathroom immediately. Thankfully I can still eat red meats and it not hurt me at all. But yeah, like I do think I have it. It just alpha-gal affects everybody differently, and I haven't been tested for it, so I need to be. But yeah, I've been having problems for many years and never ever thought that it'd be alpha-gal. So I definitely do need to get checked at some point. Oh, goodness. Level 6 female. If I had my bow, I'd probably shoot at her right then. If I had my bow, I probably would have let an arrow fly. She was in a pretty good spot for a bow kill there. But we're after jaguars at the moment. Is there a jaggy up here? There's a tapir. What are you? Did I spot something else? Another tapir? Hello, any jags? Nope, just tapirs. Alrighty. Alright, one more pond. We have plenty of time to get up there and check it though. This is actually really good for us, because that means that when we reset time here in a minute, we won't have to worry about coming back to these. We've already seen what's on them, so we'll just check. So whenever we reset time here in a minute, we're only going to go to that one pond that had one on a minute ago. And then from there, we can just move on to the next ponds. So it'll save us time on the next run. Again, I do 4 different runs. I do one run of the river, then zigzag, then do another run of the river, then zigzag. And then at that point, I'll go check the other side of the map. At least this is how I do things. We could already have a great one on the map, and I would never even known about it. Which will still count it by the number it is, because I don't know what number I was on, but the last time I was on the other side of the map. So it definitely would not have been as many kills as we got now if there's already a great one over there. But at the same time, that's how many kills it took for us to find it, so it still counts, I guess. Oh, yeah, Zero. Yeah, Gout's rough too, man. Yeah, Gout's a rough one. I don't know if I have anybody in my family that has it, but my family knows people that do, and yeah, that's rough too. Yeah, my mom has it the worst, pretty much, because she's lactose intolerant and plus alpha gal. So she's really sensitive to certain foods right now. And then my dad, he can't have red meats and he can't have certain dairy products because they hurt him. Don't have nothing to shoot them with, but I can at least make a tally as to where they are if they end up finding a trophy ocelot. Which I still need to check my ocelots, by the way, guys. Now that I think about it, I still have not even checked my ocelot drink times, so I don't know what my trophies are for those yet. Alright, so there is only one jaguar on one of these ponds. We did shoot him, and he could bounce to one of these other ones. But honestly, he's been basically doing this. That one jaguar that we just shot a minute ago, he's been basically just sticking to this shoreline. So I think we're going to be safe just not worrying about that one. So, I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and get down here and check these 2 and then try to make it up to that pond. Or maybe just check 1 real quick. Because that'll further save time after the time reset. Because we'll know what we had. Yeah, Zero, like I said, it's rough. My dad, I mean, it's kind of a really sad story for both of my parents, but you know they have their different reasons for how it affects them. My mom just simply has less foods that she can eat, so it's like really upsetting to her. But my dad, he's a hunter and he's a fisherman, and he can no longer eat deer meat. Can you imagine that? I mean, my dad loves to hunt, he loves to fish, and all he can have now is fish. He can't eat deer, so he's been like discouraged from deer hunting. So it's been really rough on him, especially. Yeah, he hasn't deer hunted now in almost 2 years because of it. Because he can't eat it, so what's the point of hunting it? And I kind of understand that way of thinking. So. And honestly, it's kind of discouraged me as well, because if I get a deer, and then it's just me and my wife's family that can eat it now. So it's really tough on us whenever we do get a deer anymore, because yeah, I can't share it with my father anymore. And that was one of my favorite things my dad and I shared, was deer meat and fried potatoes, and now we can't do that no more. He can still do the fried potatoes, he just can't do the deer meat, but that was like the best part of it, so. Yeah, that was rough, to say the least. True, Zero, you could do that, yeah. I just don't have a place that I could think of that I could donate it, is my problem. Other than like churches and stuff, but The thing about it is that I talked to my sister, and she said that they like deer meat, so they said that if we ever get deer, that we can split it with them, and then whoever else in my wife's family wanted some, so we could give it to them. So we do have a backup plan. It's just rough not being able to share that with my father and my mom anymore. Well, my mom could eat it, but she doesn't like eating it without my dad being able to eat it. So nice little rosetted. That's gonna be 114. Pull out my binoculars. All right. It is 1400. So I'm gonna say that we're already too late, really, to check that. But what we're gonna do is that we're gonna go ahead and reset time. We're gonna go up here, check this corner, check this pond, and if there's nothing to shoot, then I'll have to check these other ponds because that means that he's went somewhere else. But if we find him, at least one jaguar that we can shoot, we'll go ahead and say that's him, and then we're just gonna come back down here and check this one pond and keep going. Unfortunately, that took longer than what I expected for it to. That's awesome, Zero. I'm glad that you have a program. I might need to look into it. But like I said, my wife loves deer meat. I love deer meat. And my sister said that she would take some of it if we ever killed some. So, yeah, we have a plan. It's just, like I said, it's just my dad can't eat it anymore. Neither can my grandparents. So, like, everybody in my family used to eat deer meat whenever we got it. So, I used to get 3 deer a year if I could. I get 2 does and 1 buck. Which of course, they've moved a little like trailer park next to my mom and dad's house now, so it's like really hurt the farm behind the house. We still have deer back there, but they're nothing like they used to be, sadly. But yeah, in the glory days back there, I used to be able to get 3 deer a year, and never got anything like monstrous, but there was a lot of meat, and I'd be able to share it with my dad, my mom, my grandparents, everybody on that road ate deer meat. And then they moved that trailer park in, and my mom and dad got diagnosed with some alpha-gal, and now it's just me, my wife, and my sister. So, to lose that thing that you always did with your grandparents and your parents, I mean, that in itself is rough. Maybe Zero. I mean, like I said, we're gonna try it out this year. I am planning on deer hunting this year. I still need to get out there and put my corn out, to be honest, and I haven't been to my spot to see what kind of condition it's in. But I am planning on trying to deer hunt some this year and try to get some deer meat. And depending on how much we get, will depend on what I do with it. If it's just 1 deer, then my wife and I should be able to put it away pretty easily. But if I'm successful in getting a couple of them, then I'm gonna try my best to give my sister some of it too. So, like I said, we should be okay. It's just we gotta be careful with how many we kill now. Okay, I am not seeing a jag out there. Usually by the time I get to these sticks, I can see the jags. So, either our respawn has not came back yet, or he's still up there at that pond. Like I said, we're going to check that one pond. And if he's there, we'll shoot him. If he's not there, we're just going to keep moving, because if he's not up here, then I'm just going to take it as his respawn hasn't came back yet. Because it can take about 5 minutes, and it hasn't been 5 minutes yet. So we're going to go run around this corner, see if there's a jaguar on the other side. Then we're going to go back up there to that pond where we last shot him. And then if he's not, whether he's up there or not, we're going to move on. I'll go check that pond again later. There's only got about 35 minutes left in the stream today. And I want to make sure that we at least get one more full run of the ponds done. Because like I said, the ponds is where I find most of my jags. So I want to be able to move on as quick as we can. And again, guys, I know that I'm a smaller YouTuber, but if you guys are enjoying the stream, please make sure you guys let me know that by hitting the like button. It also helps other people find the channel. It helps the algorithm out a lot. And also make sure that you guys subscribe. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year if we can, or maybe even more. So I really would appreciate your support, guys. We stream 3 days a week, 4 to 6 hours at a time, which is mostly just a 4-hour streams. But I do try to get 6 hours in there if I can. But so usually it's about 3 to 4 hours at a time. But I try to get, it's usually about 1 3-hour stream and then 2 4 hours. But it really just depends on my wife's schedule. So I really would appreciate your all support if you can. If we can get to 1,000 subscribers, or if I get to the point to where I can get monetized, at least on YouTube, we may even look into getting more days of the week that I can stream. Just right now, I'm pretty small, and and until I need to have extra days, I'm just going to keep it the way it is. But if we are able to grow pretty well on the channel, guys, I am planning on expansion. So the channel will evolve over time if we get more subscribers. What am I at? You'll have to rephrase your question. What do you? Also, welcome to the stream, Jake. Glad to have you in the chat. Talk about whatever you want to. Just keep it family friendly. But I don't know what you're asking me. You're asking me what I'm at. Are you meaning where? If you're meaning where, I'm currently hunting on Peru on Call of the Wild for the Jaguar. If you're asking about IRL, then I'm in Kentucky. I'm an old Kentucky boy in IRL, and I'm currently hunting in Peru. If you're asking me on Call of the Wild. If the question was supposed to be a what, then you'll have to rephrase it because I'm not sure what you're asking me. But yeah, man, welcome to the channel. Glad to have you in the chat. All right, we're approaching the pond, guys. We'll see what's the place of the level 7. Maybe. Like I said, his respawn may not be here just yet because it wasn't that long ago that we shot him, but there should be enough time for him to get a respawn. Just not sure. That's our female. Like I said, she stays. Okay, so our male is either not respawned yet, or he may be at one of the other ponds. But like I said, I want to move on, so let's go ahead and go back to where we left off. We're going to check these 2 zones, and then we're going to run up to that pond up above us, and then we're going to keep on moving and zigzagging. There was a mythical here last time we came here. Again, we just shot these, so I don't think they're going to have a respawn just yet. Yeah, his respawn ain't ready yet. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the 4-wheeler. We'll run up there to this pond. And then we're going to finish out this way, and then we're going to go up here to that pond before we move on down. Like I said, the ponds on the bottom of the map are the ones that have the most jags, usually. What I might do before we move down there is I might actually go to the other side of the map and check that side for some jags. Because we haven't checked it yet this stream, and I do need to go and look at that spot, at those spots. Alrighty. Getting pretty close now. That should be close enough. I don't like to get too close. If you get to 350, it usually spooks things, so I like to stop it in the 360s. Alright, now it's got 300 yards to run, and then we should be able to see what's in this next pond. The good news about running everywhere that a lot of people don't understand, even though it's not as fast as tents on other grinds, if you do allow yourself to do running like this, it actually gives your animals more chance to spawn. Because if you kill animals really quickly, some of your respawns aren't going to be able to have enough time to come back onto your map. So by killing more time and running like you're doing, you're actually giving a higher chance to find animals each time you go to a new zone. Almost there, guys. Hopefully we got something to shoot up here. If not, no big deal. At least we know what's here. Come on, Great One. Dude, I would love to get a Great One already. Got plenty of time to find one. Hello? Anybody home? Where are you? So there's our female. Oh, we got a new female. Nice. Beautiful, man. So one of the females I shot off the river decided to come up here to the pond. Okay, that is awesome. Or it may have even swapped places with one of the males. And if that's the case, that is great. Yeah, that's just the female. Alright, so we got a lone female up here. That is actually really excellent news, guys. That is really excellent news. Alright, let's move on. So yeah, that was a brand new female, so she had to have come from the river, which means that which only had one female on the river. So hopefully that means that all the animals on the river now should be males if they come over here. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Now, like I said, the river does get jags on it from time to time, but my most profitable areas are actually down in here on these ponds. And this river in general. The top river isn't that profitable for me usually. I usually get like a small, like a tiny amount of jaguars down here on this river, on this portion. But once I get down to the bottom portion, that's just really where I find my jags usually. Don't know what it is. There we go. There's just a jag down here. Level 6. Been a while since we had a jag on this area. Alrighty. Get him a little bit low. Okay, I'm letting him do his animation there. Hang on a second. I should have been right in there. Yeah, we got him. Alrighty. Anything on down the way this direction? Not seeing anything. I gotta get it where I can see around the corner, though. Dude, I'm over here on my couch, like, trying to reach my head around the corner. I'm like moving my head, trying to peek around the corner, and I can't, that ain't gonna work. Alright. Just to save a few steps, let's fast travel back to the tent. Alright, so the jag was drinking right up here. Let's see. Where is your blood at, brother? There's your trail, I believe. Yeah, there he is. So, not a rare, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll get a rare soon. We got one more place to check real quick, guys, and then we're going to go check that last pond before we move over to this side of the map for a little bit. We haven't checked the other ponds on this side of the map or any of the creeks, so we need to do that before the stream ends, just to make sure that we don't have anything over there. I don't think I'll run the creek this time around. That's a nice tapir. We're not going to run the creek during the stream because the creek is a long run and kind of boring. So we're only going to check the ponds, and then we'll come back. Alright, let's go check these ponds on the other side. Alrighty. Took a little bit longer to load that time than it usually does. First time coming over to this side today. But I do need to go down here and check this pond. I usually do get some males on this pond from time to time, so we need to check it. Like I said, I will check the creek tonight too, but I'm just not going to do that on stream because that's a very long run and I don't feel like running the creek. So we'll check this pond and then the two up above us, and then at that point we'll move on. Although we might have to run the creek either way, because we're not going to do the whole creek obviously, but just run up to where those ponds are. Because if I fast travel over to where that house is, it's going to spook the animals off both ponds. So they have that house in a terrible location, man. Like, what I'm talking about is this house right here. I kind of wish they would have put it, like, down here on this little point. Because that way it wouldn't have spooked either one of these two. If you fast travel to this outpost, you're going to spook both locations. So, I will have to run the river just up to that point. Just keep them spooking stuff. Alright, are there any male jags up here? I can't see the pond right now. There we go. Any males? I've got a handful off this pond already. Couple mythicals. Had a couple level 7s. It's been about it, though. Nope. Alrighty. Alright, let's run down here to the river. And then we're going to run our way over to here. And then we should be able to cross right in this area. Then we'll go check those ponds before we move back to the other ponds. Like I said, my creek is not very profitable. I have not got that many male jaguars off the creek. And I have a good helping of females on there right now. So I'm not really expecting to have very many males on the creek either way. But I did shoot a level 7 off of this portion of the creek that we're going to now. So he might have a respawn down here that we can look at. But like I said, the slowest part of my grind is whenever I'm doing the one run going straight down the river, or whenever I'm checking these zones over here, because obviously it's out of the way. I don't have any setups for them, so I have to just hoof it. But I still really do enjoy it. It makes me feel like that I'm actually having to hunt the jaguars rather than just shoot them. So I do enjoy the grind for that reason. It really does make you actually have to hunt them. Although Wolf Boss did share a video with me today saying that that someone found out how to spawn trap these animals. And if that's the case, I very well could do that. So I have to check out that guy's video and see how he's doing his grind. And if it turns out to be a very effective way of grinding the jaguars, I might be changing things up. But for now, I enjoy the way I'm doing it. Also, if you guys are not in chat and would like to speak to me, so much chat about anything you guys want to, just make sure that it's family friendly. Yeah, I'd be happy to talk to anybody. There isn't anybody currently in chat, so I'm just giving you guys general commentary. But I am here if anybody wants to speak to me. Alright, got a fleeing female, so I ain't going to worry about her too much. Dude, I don't know what that audio bug is. You guys will hear like a tent sound effect. I don't know what it is, but it's like, yeah. As you're running through the water in this particular area of the map, there's an audio bug that's happening right now where it's like making like a tent sound, like when you pick up a tent. That's what it reminds me of, anyway. See, is that a male or okay? It's female track. All right, we're good. Like I said, we're gonna run to where the river forks, and then I'm just gonna cross over and go check those other ponds. Squeeze through there. That is not the kind of cat we're after. Haven't got any rares yet? Yes, Wolf. And actually, there's a montage coming out tonight for you guys. I have a full video for you all that's going to be about 6 minutes long. There's several trophies that we got on stream, as well as trophies that I got off stream that you guys have not seen that I've gotten. And there is a rare jaguar in there that I have not seen anybody else get. It's not albino. It's not the pseudo-melanistic from the missions. It is a rare. I'm not going to tell you what kind it is. But it's a different variation of a certain rare. And I have not seen anybody else get that variation on a jaguar except for me. Again, it is a female, unfortunately. So it's not a male jaguar. But it's still a very pretty rare. And I still taxed her. I got her while I was trying to swap animals. One night when my wife was in here hanging out with me. I was on here grinding and Oh, you can get up here. Okay, hi. I didn't think it could get me. I thought I was safe. Dude, that wasn't fair. That's a female either way, guys. That's one of the females. Okay, new plan. Oh, we're at the sanctuary. This actually is pretty good, actually. Okay. Well, never mind. We'll just grab the four-wheeler from here. Well, I thought if I was on top of a rock, they couldn't get me. I thought it would stop them. But apparently that's not the case. Learning stuff every day. They jump over rocks. Now you tell me, Zera. Now you tell me. They kill you in a tree stand? Dude, how? Like, if you're way up high in the tree, they can still jump up there? Like, is that what you're telling me? Or is it like if you have it down low? Like, if you have a low tree stand, I can see that. But like way up high in a tree, I mean, that's crazy. Yeah. Me sitting here jumping onto a rock and then Zera waits until I get killed before she tells me that, oh, they can kill you in there. Thank you, Zera. I appreciate it. You're a very good friend. Oh, goodness. That's great, man. I bet you had that planned. You're probably just sitting there like, watch this. He's gonna get killed and then I'm gonna tell him. Oh, man. That's great. They climb? Dude, I might have to do that just to watch the animation. They can climb trees? Do they actually have like an animation where they're like legitimately climbing the tree? Dude, that's insane if they do. Oh, okay, so they can just jump real high. Okay, gotcha. Well, other animals in the game, I mean, they get stopped by rocks. So that was my whole intention there. I thought, oh yeah, it's gonna run up to me and then just get stopped by the rock. that was my whole plan. Obviously, it was faltered. Oh, good grief. Oh, you're fine though, Zero. Not a big deal. And you might as well put quotations on that forgotten. I'm sure you just wanted to see D-Train get mauled. Which, that's understandable. It's funny. It's funny watching a YouTuber get killed on any game. But that was great. Honestly, I might even clip that. It won't be on the video tonight, but I might make that a short and then call it "I Thought I Was Safe." Because I really did. I really thought I was safe. I thought I'd be safe on that rock, and nope. They can fly away? That's interesting. I might have to try to make a video on that. I did not know that. That's funny. Shoot a rabbit and it literally goes flying away in the distance. Dude, can you imagine how heartbreaking that'd be for somebody to shoot a diamond or a rare rabbit and then when they shoot it, it just goes flying away from them? Like, are they still claimable or do they just fly unlimited when that happens, Zera? Like, do they just keep going and going or do they eventually land on the ground? Or do you know? Yeah, these two pawns barely ever have anything on them. Like I said, I only come to these very, very infrequently. I rarely have anything on these pawns as far as Jaguars are concerned. I definitely got tapirs and other things on these pawns, but as far as Jaguars, they just don't like these two very often. Still gotta check them, but most times I ain't gonna find nothing. They die and just start floating off to the sunset. Oh my goodness, that's sad. It's almost like it's their spirit, and you're watching their spirit leave the earth. So dramatic. Someone needs to make a short of that and put like that angel singing a song in the background of it. Like just have no music at all. Then once you shoot the thing and then just start the music and it's just flying away, and all you can hear is, dude, that'd be hilarious. Oh gosh, they need to fix that glitch though. That'd be bad, man. I'd hate to have a trophy rabbit and then just fly away on me. Fly, bunny, fly. How to get away. Oh, goodness. Some glad morning when their life is over, rabbits will fly away. Oh, goodness. That's terrible. Terrible parody, but that was stuck in my head. I had to say it. Oh, goodness. ADHD at its finest right there, people. ADHD at its finest. Whew. Alright, any Jags here? And I could definitely sing a lot better than that if I wanted to. I was just trying to be funny. But... or could I? Alright, let's move on back down to our other part. Like I said, I'm not going to worry about running this creek right now because that is a very long run and I'm afraid you guys get bored. So I'm just gonna skip over that. Let's go on down here and see if we can find it, see if we have any more Jags. We'll just do the zigzag of the river and the ponds now. Like I said, I just had to check those areas. Let's see. Any Jags out here? Nope. Alright, we're safe to approach. Anything out here on that point? Negative, so we're good to keep moving. Come on, Great One, show yourself, man. Don't make me go too many kills. Dude, if I would have found the Great One just after I finished that sentence, that would have been so epic. That would have been so epic for the clip, man. Me to say a sentence like that, then all of a sudden there really is a Great One, like right after I finish that. That'd be awesome. Insert the song "Come Sail a Whale." Sail away. Not sail a whale. Whales can't fly. Or, I can't talk. Whales can't... What is it called when you're out in the ocean? How in the world am I forgetting to sail? Whales don't sail, they just swim. Yeah, I got tongue-tied. I ruined that one. Level 4. Just ignore what I just said. That made no sense. Why is there a tapir out there? I've never seen a tapir out there, ever. Alright, let's go check this pond. This pond had a mythical and a level 7 on it last time, so let's go see what took their place. Like I said, it's too close for a four-wheeler, so we have to hoof it from here. But it's a pretty easy run. Come sail away! Come sail away! Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of shorts that people can make making fun of the rabbits flying away, man. That'd be great. You know, it's like that expression, when cows fly, it's like no, when rabbits fly, and then the person like is crazy, and then you have that short waiting for them. It's like, see, rabbits do fly. I can prove it. It's on a video game, but they fly. Alrighty, let's see. What is up here? Are we gonna live? Or are we gonna die? The world may not show us today, but we'll find out. Yeah, guys, we got about 15 minutes left in the stream, so if the Great One's gonna show up, hopefully he shows up in the next 10 to 15 minutes. If he does, we are allowed to extend time to be able to shoot him on stream, but if he does not, then I'll have to end the stream and keep grinding off stream. Hi. Legendary! 3 legendaries today, guys! Three legendary tigers. 3 legendary leopards. I can't speak, I'm so excited. Good grief. Jaguars. 3 legendary jaguars today, people. Beautiful. I'm not herd managed at all, but it's working. Dude, what are you doing? I'm out of breath. I have to wait now. Oh, he turned. He turned at that last second. Crap. I don't know if we're going to be able to get this one or not. Dude, I'm out of breath. Come on. Is he still out there? I don't have a clue. That ain't fair, man. He turned at the very last second, and then I ran out of breath and couldn't make the follow-up shots. Wait, was that him? That is him. Okay. Please don't let there be a tree in the way. Did I get him? I think we just dropped him. I can't tell that. I don't know. He may have went out of render too. We'll have to run up there and check, I guess. At least we got the legendary. I'd much rather get the legendary and screw up the other one. Let's see, is this 2 diamonds today? It is 2 diamonds today. Let's go. Another diamond jag. That makes 3 diamonds at least for the trophy lodge. That's amazing. Good luck today with the diamonds, guys. Good luck today with the dimes. 1 troll, 2 dimes. We'll take that. It really is, Wolf. What's up, Pickle? Welcome to the stream, man. Glad to have you. Make yourself at home. Talk about whatever you want to. Just keep it family friendly. Good to have you, buddy. We are currently doing the Jaguar Grind. Unfortunately, you're coming at the very tail end of the stream. We're only going to be live for about another 15 minutes. A little bit under 15 minutes now. But we've done good today. We're at 116 kills. We have 3 diamonds and 2 trolls on our belt. And I have, I think 2 or 3 rares. It's not terrible. Yeah, man, welcome. Glad to have you. We're also going to be live Wednesday and Friday. So we're going to be live on Wednesday from 2 to 6. And then we're also going to be live again from Friday from 2 to 6. But Friday, if you're on PS4 or PS5, we're doing our multiplayer stream. Where I actually open up my maps to the public and let you guys hunt with me. So if you're interested in doing that, make sure you're here for that. But yeah, glad to have you, man. You're doing mule deer right now? Awesome, man. How many kills in are you? And what map are you doing it on? Also, if you subscribe to the channel, if you decide to do that today, we do stream 3 days a week from 3 to 4 hours at a time. And we also do multiplayer streams at the end of every single month. And if you want to join the Discord or the community section on my YouTube, you're more than welcome to post your pictures on there, and I'll react to them. I love seeing people's trophies. So, I mean, like I said, if you want to show me your trophies, you're more than welcome to. Alright, it's 117. The other one did die, so we did get to level 7. We're just going to have to track it, unfortunately. You're on a ski? Nice, man, nice. And to me, a ski ridge and silver ridge are the best places for mule deer. I got my last mule deer off Silver Ridge. It was the double drop time with the I think it was the Milky Way color, if I'm mistaken, the dark color. So yeah, it was that was a really cool one. But yeah, I got 2 mule deers. One of them I got off a ski at 450 kills, and then I got the other one off Silver Ridge, and I can't remember how many kills was that one. I know it was over 1,000, but I can't remember how many exactly. I'd have to go back in my papers to look, and that's some far into my notebook. By the way, guys, speaking of my notebook, we've grinded so much over these past couple of years that it's already almost time for me to switch notebooks. I'm running out of paper in this one. So we've had some good times. Good job, Duke. Alrighty, let's bounce down here and check this zone. 25 dimes, 6 trolls, 5 rares, no great ones, 1,076 kills. Dude, that is actually not bad at all. You've actually got some really good numbers there. For diamonds and rares and stuff, that's actually really good. I hope it comes to you soon, though. I mean, after you get to 1,000, I'd say that any animal after 1,000 kills could be it. So, like I said, I really, really hope that you get yours soon, man. And if you do, if you want to put it in our community tab or the Discord, you're more than welcome to. Like I said, I do react to people's trophies. So I would love to see it if you wanted to post it. Again, that is totally up to you, though. Alright, let's go check this. But yeah, I have over 4,000. Just to give you a little bit of background on me, Pickle, I have over 4,000 hours in the game. I've been doing YouTube since 2023. We've been growing fastest since the end of 2024. 2024, I had like 100 subscribers. Now, as you can see, I have like 650 last time I looked. So we've been growing pretty well for a small YouTuber. And I have one of every great one in the game except for the whitetail, which I have 3. I have 2 fallows and I also have 2 mule deer. And there's a couple of animals that I don't have a great one of just because I simply didn't want to grind for them. But outside of that, I do have several great ones. I have a ton of diamonds, a lot of rares. Sadly, I have no super rare though. In 4,000 hours, whether it was on the PS4 or PS5, I have not even laid eyes on an animal that's max score that's a rare color. I have gold rares and above and below, and that's all I've been able to get, sadly. But yeah, hopefully I'll get my first super rare soon. But yeah, that's been the only trophy that's eluded me. I've got great ones, diamonds, rares, gold rares, but I've never, like I said, that's the one trophy I want above all other trophies. I want a super rare of an animal that I like. I'm just hoping that my first super rare isn't like one of my like the animals I don't really care too much for, because I am kind of a niche hunter. But yeah, I'm just hoping that my first super rare is an animal that I really like. I just don't know when it'll happen. I use full herd management and everything in all my grinds, and yeah, I've just never had a max estimate animal with a rare color. Possible. You might have a super rare there, man. That's a good estimate. That's a very good estimate. But he could troll. I believe that mule deer is 312, if I ain't mistaken. I believe mule deer is like 312 and something for a diamond. So he definitely could troll you, but I hope not. Is he a level 5 or a level 4? If he's level 4, he's probably going to be a gold rare. But if he's a level 5, then it could be a super troll or it could be a super rare. But buddy, if you get him, and he makes super rare, make sure that you put him in my Discord or in the community. I'd love to see him. Let me see. Any Jags up here? I'm not getting any warnings from them, so I don't know. Let me take one more look around. This pawn is also one of those that's kind of like hit or miss. Most of my hot pawns, this one's always hot. This one always has jags on it. And then this one and that one are my best pawns down here. And then I also will get a jag or two on these 4 at times. But yeah, this whole section, this whole stretch of the river and these pawns here are the richest for my jags, on average. Level 4 troll rack, unfortunately. Well, the good news is that at least you got a big trophy. I mean, at least you know it's going to be a nice gold rare. So like if that one is a troll, like it resets level 4, that has been what I've found. In all 4,000 hours, all the grinds I've ever done, every time I've gotten a big rare, it's always been a level below. Like as far as whitetail are concerned, I've had really good estimate level 2 rares. And then like for moose, I you know, or for whatever else I've done, I've found rares that are 1 level below. I've never had a max level animal with a rare color. Like never even laid eyes on one. And I'll be 31 in July. I'll be 31 on July 14th, and that's what I tell everybody in my stream is that as soon as I do get my first super rare, if it is an animal that I love, you guys will probably hear an ump cry on stream. Like you probably will, because I've been waiting for so long to just get one super rare. And and yeah, if it shows up on stream and it makes it, I am gonna be probably in tears because I've been waiting so long for those. And then also, I tell them if it's the opposite, if it trolls me, if it turns out to be a super troll, I will probably end up ending the stream, and I'll probably be crying for other reasons. So, yeah, hopefully the very first max estimate rare that I find, I'm really hoping it makes it. Alright, let's go bounce back down here. Finish the river off. We're going to go back just a little bit. Oh, that's rough, Pickle. At least you got a rare, though. At least it's a nice rare. I mean, it's better than getting an average buck. You know what I mean? I think that a majority of my animals off Silver Ridge Peaks actually were diamonds. I don't think I got very many rares in my grind. It went into the thousands. I couldn't remember exactly what number we were in whenever we got our great one. But whenever I was doing the Silver Ridge Peaks mule deer grind, I remember that most of our trophies were diamonds. I didn't have very many rares at all. I got the new rare. I got one of the eutheristics, as one of my rares, and then I think I got one albino, and maybe one piebald, and that was it. I never got any other rares like the rest of the time we grinded. So got a bunch of diamonds though, like a ton of diamonds. Just didn't have very much luck with them super rares or anything else. Yep, stuck on a log. That ain't good. We got about 5 minutes left, guys. If we're going to get the Great One Jaguar, it has to be now. Like I said, we can't stream tomorrow because I got stuff going on, but I am going to be live again on Wednesday. And also, don't forget that there is going to be a montage video coming out on my channel within the next hour on my stream is my plan. Or on my channel, not my stream. But I am going to have a montage video coming out for you guys of all the trophies that I got last week, whether it was on stream or whether it was by myself. There is a new variation of a of a jaguar that I got. I'm not sure if anybody else has gotten that variation yet of one of the rares. I have a rare Cayman on there that I'm just so proud of, and it was a surprise kill. Like I said, there's a lot of really cool stuff coming in that montage, and it will be releasing on my channel within the next hour or two. So make sure you guys have your notifications turned on for that if you don't already. There's the jag. There's just a jag that needs to have some attention given to him. Yeah, it really is, Pickle. Honestly, any grind really is, because you never know when that great one's going to show up, and it's taxing, man. It really is. You never know what you're going to see, how it's going to go. And yeah, every grind that you do is yeah, it's definitely nerve-wracking and taxing every time you do a grind. That's why you got to have the love for the grind, man. That's what I tell everybody is don't grind if you can't do it. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, if you don't like the unknown factor and shooting animals over and over again, just hunt, is what I tell people. Not worry. That guy did his animation. I think it screwed up our shot. Yeah, his animation screwed up our shot. Crap. But he got stuck in a tree, and that helped us get him. Alright. That's a good way to make up. My dog's over here wanting attention. Hi, Mimi. No. You hush. You can't get up here right now. Your daddy's busy. What you looking at? She's staring at the wall. She knows it's time for Mama to come home, and she's getting excited. It really is, Pickle. Like I said, if you enjoy what you do, I mean, like, you're going to have a lot of fun on any grind you do, especially if you enjoy the unknown factor of not knowing what's going to be around that next corner. And honestly, the Jaguar grind is the epitome of that. I will say it. Now, I'm not saying it's the most amazing grind ever or even one of my favorites. But I will say that if you're doing it the normal way, like not using the spawn trap or something like the way I'm doing it right now, if you're doing it the old-fashioned way where you're running around and checking for stuff, every time you find a Jaguar, it's always exciting. Because there's not many of them on the map, and whenever you do find one, you don't know what it's going to be. So, for me, the Jaguar grind is the epitome of the unknown type grinding style. And also doing rare grinds for like tigers on Thunder Baton. Because I do like hunting tigers quite often. But unfortunately, the only diamond that I had, I made a bad shot on it, and just barely missed the lungs. And that's been my only legendary I found, and I don't have any rares of them just yet. But I am hunting them every so often. Right now, I'm just kind of more. I'm just loving Peru, man. It's probably one of my. It's not even probably. It is one of my favorite Call of the Wild maps of all time. I absolutely love this map. It is a lot of fun to free roam, and I am sure that whenever I do the whitetail grind in the future, it's going to be a whole lot of fun to grind. Because the whitetails in this map, man, they look like they're going to be goated, dude. They have such good locations. Alright, let's go all the way back up to the top. Because that is unfortunately where the end is going. The end is in. Excuse me. That is unfortunately where the stream is going to have to end, guys. Again, guys, if you guys enjoyed today's stream, please make sure that you guys help support the channel by hitting the like button and subscribe. We are trying to get to 700 subscribers, hopefully more than 1,000 by the end of the year. We will be live again on Wednesday with more of the Jaguar grind. If I have not got him by then, again, I will be continuing to grind him tonight and tomorrow. So if I get him any of those 2 days, then I will shoot him live on stream on Wednesday. But either way, guys, hope you all have a great evening, and I'll see you guys soon. Do not forget, there is a video coming out very shortly, so make sure your notifications are turned on. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, guys.